make sure everything's good. Make sure we're not doing them up. And are we doing the intro? I'm already late. Hell no. Let's just get to the business. Hold on. It's my microphone here. All right. What's going on, Conscious Crew TGIF? Hope you guys are doing fantabulous. Hold on. Sorry that I am late. I got a lot going on, girl. Got a lot going on, honey. Adulting 101 motherfucking line. Okay? Had a great, prosperous, very busy day. All right? So we're going to go ahead and skip the intro. Go ahead and thumbs up the video if you're in the motherfucking building. All right. Also, thumbs up this video. I don't know, does I say thumb up, girl? I'm so discombobulated right now. I'm so discombobulated right now. Thumbs up this video if you're in the building. Okay, thumbing up not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube notification system. So when you thumbs up the video, you are not only notifying these whores that the king is kanging, honey, you are also pushing us into the algorithm. If you're new here, definitely subscribe. Please share the video to whatever it is you have digital community. And last but not least, please share. Oh, see, I'm just, girl, let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead, girl. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Oh, girl.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, what's going on, you guys? Sorry I am late. One of my guests is just leaving my home, and of course he's on CP time, honey. All right. He was supposed to be gone an hour and a half ago. He just left. So that is what was holding me up. Okay. But we're here. Let me go ahead and speak to all of my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful folk in the building. What's going on, Auntie Trisha, TGIF Love? What's going on, Arshawn, who says, get that fool out of here? Oh, they got him out of there. All right, Arshawn. What's going on, Sabra, TGIF? Hey, Queen Keish. Hey, Boo. What's going on, DH? DH says, how is he getting fired if he said the school was good with it? I think he used poor judgment and should have been reprimanded, but losing his job, my God, today there are worse teachers out there that need the boot before him. Totally agree with that, but we're going to get into it. I'm going to be dropping a link, honey. Let's talk about it. DJ The Truth, yes, girl, he allegedly was fired. We're going to get into all of the deets. What's going on, Dreaming Edmund? Hi, love, who says recent a video from his TikTok has been floating around of him shooting his shot. No. Via duetting her video. What? Hold on. Then he goes on and posts a video of him reading messages his students sent him after him getting his braids. Okay, hold on. What are you saying, Dreaming, that Jake Lee, the male teacher in question, was shooting his shot at a high school, or at a high school student via duetting her video? So what, he was trying to disguise his flirting under the guise of a TikTok collaboration is what you're saying, honey? Y'all have to give me all the tea. Okay, send me all videos, all tea, anything related to the story at consciouztv@gmail.com. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and then DM me all the above. Tea, all right? Because I didn't know all of this. I've been also hearing about this story peripherally, but I had not really dove into the details. So we're going to be getting into the details together tonight, all right? I've been seeing it all over everywhere. I had heard initially about the controversy. I didn't even see the video, so this might be my first time kind of seeing everything, if you know what I mean. So yeah, what's going on, Sin? Hey, Ian Gardner. What's going on, Shawnee? Hey, boo. What's going on, Leroy? Who said, "What's up, bro? Hope all is well with you." Finally caught a lie. What's going on, Leroy? I love your discombobulation. What's going on, Deanna? Hey, boo. What's going on, Lysandra? Did y'all see him crying with his dog? Okay, so I know I got 2 videos. One is of them unbraiding the hair. The second one, I think, is of him allegedly clapping back at critics. And then the other is his ass sitting with them tight ass cornrows to the bike, looking very remorseful and hurt even, honey. Okay, over the fired news. What's going on, the Tea Lounge? Hey, boo. What's going on, Teresa? What's going on, Sanet? Teachers are held to an unwritten code of conduct. I'm not surprised if he was fired, especially since it was on camera. Side West is looking gorgeous. What's going on, Carolyn? Hey, boo, thank you. I'm looking this about y'all. Yeah, I've been in the wind all day. I'll be posting those windy ass videos to TikTok. I mean, not TikTok, girl, to Instagram. So go on over there to Instagram, honey, to get all of the, fabulosities of it all, child. Hair is kind of poofy. Hold on, what happened? Oh, hair kind of poofy, honey. And I've been active all day. Damn, he got there quick. Hold on, I'm probably up to get a phone call y'all in a minute. So before I even get started, let me just go ahead and what up my homeboy. Let me just go ahead and call him because he's gonna need a lift from where he is to where he gonna end up. Shout out to my baby mother, Teresa, for the nasty piece. A child support check. Thank you, baby mother, Teresa. Hold on, where is that? Oh, there it is. Hey, Scorpio love. Hey, Scorpion queen. Let me call his ghetto ass right now so I can go ahead and get over with. So I can just focus on my live stream with you guys. Hold on. Because I see his lift just lifted his ass to the curb. Let me call him. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, email me the link, boo, at Consciouztv@gmail, spelled just like it is here. Hello? Okay, I see he just dropped you off. You good? Or you need a lift from where you at to where you're going? I'm on live right now, so I'm on a time crunch. Oh no, I'll probably it might be an hour before I'm done. Unless you're good with that. All right, I'll call you when I'm done then. All right. Period. All right, hold on. All right, so let's get into it. What's going on, Jackie? Hey, y'all. Hey, Wendy. Hey, y'all. What's going on? What's going on, Moesha Stanley? All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let me take down comments and everything. Let me go ahead and pull up these articles, girl, because we're going to be scourging through from the initial mess. Okay. Hold on. So let's look at the video in question first and foremost. All right. This is on the Hill Illuminati in One channel. It's TikTok covered by fair use. Boop, 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 boop. And this is regarding Jake Lee, the black male teacher who went viral for posting a video to his TikTok of his female students unbraiding his box braids. All right, let's check this out. Let me switch over my microphone. Hold on, I hate having to do all this technical shit. I need a man for this. I'm sick of it. All right, let's check this out.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live.
Oh, he talking?
Students helping me take my hair out.
I can't hear.
There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate, and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing. People were just making it weird. So, of course, I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case.
Okay, hold on. Is this him talking? Hold on. I got this fan gonna have to cease and desist. Hold on, so I can hear this. See, this is a commentator speaking over the video or him speaking?
I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand.
How long is this satire, or is he really? Is he really like? Is this really his? Is this his voiceover over his own video? Yeah. Oh, okay, so he's saying he has a hair appointment right after this. Okay, so he turned his classroom into a salon. Got it.
Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video, and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally, I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number two, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. A couple of these were students from my class.
Okay, wait, let me rewind this, girl. Hold on, I'm shook right now. Hold on, let me rewind this back. I'm sorry, y'all. This is my first time seeing everything, so let me listen.
Darts or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out.
Okay, wait, see, that's the part I missed. Let me rewind it back a little bit. Let's rewind it back a little bit, honey. The volume is low on this video, so.
This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out.
Okay, so the students did well on test. He allocated time for them to do whatever it is. He claimed he allocated time for them to do whatever it is they wanted to do. Play basketball, be on their phones. He would end class early as a result of all the students doing well. And him and his team, that's interesting terminology. Him and his team would then take out his braids. So I'm curious about the language because he's, oh my God. Everybody, man, want to be caught. Hold on. Let me answer for my baby daddy. Hold on. Hello?
Hello?
I'm on live.
Hello? Oh, okay, I'll call you back then.
You want to speak to the Conscious crew?
Hey, Conscious crew, how you guys doing?
Doesn't he sound so cute, you guys? No, they probably can't hear you, but I'll call you back when I'm done.
Okay, guys.
All right, bye. Okay, so he's using interesting language there. His team. I don't understand the team. Like, he's making a distinction between the kids who are going to be kids and the kids who are going to be his beauticians. All right, let's keep listening.
These were students from my class, but others were students from other classes.
Okay, so he's pulling beauticians in, girl, from his own classroom and from everybody else's classroom too. Some of these are his students, some of these are not his students.
All of them are passed at the beginning of the class period, requesting their assistance 10 minutes before dismissal. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so...
Okay, so he claimed they all met the criteria to be over there. All the students who got time to be undoing his hair also got time to be passing tests, passing quizzes, passing exams. They're well A and B students.
Before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I'd like to make is if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics. because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children.
I can't tell you don't want none of your damn own.
In case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids.
Nigga, you look well built, you look lean, you look healthy. Why don't you have a woman to go home to and undo these donkey braids? Why don't you have a girlfriend, sir? Surely they got to be one of them sneaky links who know how to use a comb and pull braids into the reverse, girl.
They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. In my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher, one thing that I teach my students about is symbiosis. Symbiosis deals with the relationships between organisms. The type of relationship that I like to foster in my class is mutualism, or mutualistic relationship, which means both organisms benefit from the exchange. So when my students have good behavior, complete all their assignments, and do everything that a scholar is supposed to do, I reward them with downtime and just time to just be a kid, be on their phones, play games, gossip, so on and so forth. My students and I work hard and we play harder. I'm fortunate enough to have students that feel safe and comfortable around me, safe to come to me with their problems, their frustrations. They come to me seeking guidance and wisdom, or come to me simply to chill and hang out because they know that they have a safe space to be themselves around me. What I strive to do as an educator is be the teacher I wish I had growing up. I strive to be the teacher that makes my inner child happy, someone that my inner child would be proud of. I want to be the teacher that my students reflect back on 20, 30 years down the line and think like, dang, that teacher I had in middle school, he was the shit. No further questions, Your Honor. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. You think this was inappropriate or people are making something out of nothing? And although you are entitled to your opinion, all I ask is that you be respectful. Thank you.
Wrong. Okay, I got a few comments just going out of the gate because I ain't take no notes or anything, honey. I'm going to agree with whatever segment of the internet said that everything shouldn't be for the goddamn internet, okay? Once it goes up, honey, you just don't get to tell people. There ain't no rules, bitch, okay? You can lay them low, lay them high, hang them on billboards. Once it's out here and it's in the court of public opinion, baby, it's your ass. My initial thoughts, I mean, and maybe they'll change, is I'm willing to believe that this man, oh, well, Jimmy Edmond says that the ninja flirting. Actually, let me reserve all my damn comments, actually. Let me just unfold. Let's read some of the comments here under TikTok. This video got 14.8K comments. Oh, and this is his TikTok, The Illuminati in One. So I'm going to assume this is a rather young teacher here. He plays with the conspiratorial side. Seems to have a bit of a troll in him. I feel like he was looking for a reaction. He knew what the hell he was doing by posting this video, and he got more than what the hell his ass could chew as a result. He may be a nice guy. He may be a great teacher. And if his students are doing well, kudos to him. But my discernment, my Holy Ghost is telling me that this ninja, hold on, I need fan. Beyonce, got the way, bitch, is telling me that he knew what he was doing this video. This video was to troll. What was happening in the video was was probably innocent, as innocent as it looks, but the intent behind it definitely was to stir the motherfucking pot. And the way he tried to wrap that shit up with a bow on the end, like, do y'all think it's inappropriate? Bitch, you know exactly what y'all think, okay? And I just feel so bad that this man went into the lion's den trying to be cute, trying to be coy, trying to be clever, trying to be trolly with the general public, and now your ass down there, precious, at the damn welfare line. Food stamps and all, girl. Get it? Can he sell me some of them damn stamps? Can somebody reach out to Jack Lee and is he selling stamps, bitch? Because a bitch just spent $450 motherfucking dollars in 2 days in groceries. Oh, now that Jake Lee is unemployed, girl, and running up the state's good stamps, bitch, I'ma need some EBT, girl. Okay? So, right off the bat, my thoughts are, he tried it. He trying to troll the trolls. He is trying to get a moment happen. He knows what he's doing. Situation is innocent in and of itself, but he knows optically the way it's gonna look. Now let's see if some of these comments are tearing his ass up. Okay? Hold on. So some of the comments read, and they detangled. Oh yeah, they solid. I see nothing wrong, says Donovan. A ninja. Always a ninja. Ain't seeing nothing wrong. I see nothing wrong. Some of them may not have a father figure or a big brother at home. So keep it up. Be there for them. Social worker here, you are following all of the appropriate boundaries. You are in open. You're not alone with one student, and the students are willing participants. The energy is great. It's the fact that all had a comb. Child. A safe space is important. It takes a village. They deserve extra credit. I know they knocked that takedown out fast too. I love this. It's community, it's culture, it's peer bonding. It's like a big brother and little sister behavior. And Jake Lee says here 4 days ago, and I have 5 little sisters myself. Like an episode of the Abbott Elementary. They act like you had one doing your hair, somebody massaging you, and 2 rubbing each feet. All those combs, do they do box braids? It is intimate, but in a familiar way, which is normal for the culture. The only reason I'm mad about this is they have the same level of qualifications as all the Instagram stylists, but this would cost you $80 in some girls' living room. This is fantastic, says another. It's appropriate, says somebody else. It's cultural. I love how everybody just had a rat tail comb. Can I just say this? Because I don't think nobody probably said it yet, damn it. So let me just be the bitch who says it. Since I'm the bitch who just says it on the internet. I love, and we're going to move on swiftly after it, bitch, because see, I know how y'all do. But I love the hetero supremacy of it all up in this, honey. Okay? I love the privilege of heteronormative folk. Because we know that if this was a gay-ass teacher and it was a bunch of teenage boys sitting around him, helping him to take down his braids, oiling his scalp like a barber, that there'll be a whole damn kerfuffle. And somebody would be getting little Boosie ass on the phone immediately. Now, I'm the kind of bitch where I can get with anything that's ultimately innocent. But what I don't get with is the double damn standards. See, I don't be liking the hypocrisy about democracy. I don't like when the car can go forward, as Reckless says, but it can't go backwards. I'm giving the word to somebody. That read. I don't like when the car can go forward as hell, but it can't go ass backwards as shit. Okay? Because if this was a different sexuality going on, chill, there would be the queer agenda. Young Pharaoh would be somewhere putting a pause to twerking in prison, girl, to get out here and stand in solidarity with the community, honey, who talking about this and not being pushed. And something in me wants to believe that on top of the heteronormativity of it all, that because he cute, and it's a lot of, as soon as it gets a bunch of thirsty ass single women in the chat, baby, that all this is okay, baby. This is communal. His ass look like Suge Knight up there getting his damn braids took down. I wonder what the damn feelings would be. Had his ass not been desirable up there and photogenic and cameragenic as hell, I wonder what the feelings would be. Because see, we think that our perception of things just exists in the vacuum, and it don't. It don't exist in the vacuum, baby. Sugar. Nope. It's informed by all of these unconscious variables that we don't think all the way through when we find ourselves making the exception for one situation and then reacting the complete opposite in the same situation if the variables in the original situation have shifted by gender or shifted by race or shifted by orientation. But we gonna just move it along. Maybe we'll revisit that. Okay, so this is the initial video that got everybody spooked and motherfucking nervous. All right. Then we're gonna go over here to the shade room, girl, because I guess this was the follow-up of those folk who were clapping back at him. Okay, so according to the shade room, teacher reacts after folks flame him. Okay, well, those flames were damn sure not in the initial TikTok, girl. The people who flamed him must have been married folk and folk who were already coupled and women who they got them an old cute piece of man at home, girl. They ain't got a thirst trap over Mr. English teacher, girl. Okay, the women who got to have some good sense, some good sense. All right. So the shade room says, watch teacher clap back. All right. A male teacher has social media users riled up after sharing a video of his students taking out his braids. Jake Lee, as his TikTok bio states, first shared the interaction with his female students during a live stream last week on Friday, May the 3rd. Earlier this week, he addressed the mixed feedback, which includes accusations of inappropriateness. He appears that he's a middle school science teacher. What the teacher said about the viral braids video. The live stream showed female students using combs and fingers to remove their teacher's braids. It seemingly started with 2 girls, then progressed to about 5 max. I bet it did. The science teacher explained, girl, I was in high school too, baby. I know exactly why I would have been the 5th damn member of En Vogue, bitch, taking out his braids in particular. I know why I would have been the 4th member, girl, of Destiny's Children, honey. Okay, bitch, I know why I would have been. Okay, 3rd lead singer in the salon taking out this ninja's braids, bitch. I bet it did escalate to multiple young high schoolers, baby, in that motherfucking scalp. The science teacher explained that he had a hair appointment after school and asked 4 of the 5 of his best friends to help with his braids during the last 10 minutes before dismissal. So he refers to his students also as his best friends. This is going to be a long live. I got a feeling it's going to be a long live. So why didn't he take it out the night before? Jake says the school had an event that Friday morning, which required him to be camera ready. As for why the students weren't working, Lee said he had given them some free time because of their great performance throughout the week. Some of the girls who helped with his hair were from his class, while others got excused from other classes. However, that only applied to students who had completed all their work and had good behavior in other classes. Quote, my next point I like to make is if I were a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in my comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. And there's some reason why there's going to be a certain level of outrage over that. We'll talk about that. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. Why didn't you have any of the other teachers do it then? Why you could not have gotten Miss Pat down the hall? Or since you're so inclusive and forward moving, why not have gotten Brother Greg 2 doors down? There were plenty of adults as well to your access, since it seems that you guys are all in great community together. I'm going to tell you off the bat what my issue is here. I don't think Jake is a pedo. I'm not going to go there and assume that he has any nefarious intent. So I'm going to just assume out of the gate that this is as innocent as it looks. The problem here is you're a teacher. You're not a stepdad. You're a teacher. You're not a social worker. You're a teacher. You're not a life coach to these students. You're a teacher. You're not their fucking foster parent. You're a teacher. And there should be clear professional boundaries. And students, regardless of gender, digging all off into the scalp of any professional is inappropriate, and it would be just as inappropriate as if this was if this was all adults in the workspace. I'm not going to be taking my boss's hair down. Those are inappropriate professional boundaries that are being violated. Jake also doesn't realize that those professional guidelines that are typically there and boundaries also protect him. They help also him to not find himself in a situation where one of these young girls at a very tender age of being 14 and 13 and 15, hormonal, having high school, schoolyard crushes, overly fantasizing about her teacher, misinterprets his actions, his closeness, misinterprets his intimacy. She gets upset, God forbid, that other females have access to him in this way, and then turns an innocent situation regarding a teacher who's just trying to create community into a situation where he's made me feel uncomfortable. There was this one time in class. It was the way I felt. So those guidelines protect his ass too. This is a little bit too cozy. And best friends, all of this, baby, you're riding a very fine line here. Very fine line here. I think teachers should be awesome. I think teachers should be great. But I think what teachers should do that's appropriate is, instead of you fostering community, how about you ensure they have community at home? How about you ensure that they're going home to parents who know how to build community and know how to build trust? I'm not sure if drawing the attention to yourself in this way is productive, considering all of the things that we know can go completely left. If not on Jake's end, on these girls' end. Furthermore, you can have relationship to your students without being touchy-feely. A fist pump is great. I wouldn't want my child digging off into the unsanitized, vaccinated scalp of any motherfucking body. Yet alone they damn teacher, bitch, as if I know your lifestyle outside of the classroom. As if I know where your scalp done been, girl. As if you were not just on Plenty of Fish and Tinder just last night, girl, in those same tied up, tied to the back, sweaty, funky in the bedroom, bust down, all type of ungodly things happening, girl, in the salacious nights between adults. And you want my children digging through all of that, digging through him and her in your scalp. No, ma'am. Plus, it's just unsanitary. Did they even have on gloves, girl? That was when they were wearing gloves. Why did they do that? I think, once again, teachers should be able to be great resources to students. They don't have to take your hair out and they don't have to touch you and be all in your scalp, all in your earlobes in order for there to be great community and great camaraderie. This can go to left. I don't want my child seeing her teacher as her best friend. And if the teacher can see that my child is in need of a best friend from an adult, I would like them to bring that to my attention. Because maybe there's something I could be doing better in my own parental relationship to encourage this rather than you be the goddamn recipient of it. And once again, I understand Jake's mentality. He's trying to build community. I'm just saying you can do that without students rubbing all through your motherfucking hair. It's not appropriate. You're not a relative. Once again, you're not a foster parent and you're not a goddamn stepdad to these kids. It seems like you've become overzealous in your quest to create a safe space. And there are all type of creative and fantastical ways to create such a space without my child having to dig through your cornrows. I was a student. We were all students. Some of us know the things we thought about our teachers. Okay? And this kind of stuff right here is just too intimate. I'm not really worried about Jake, bitch. I'm worried about my young hormonal teenager and just wanting them to have a good grip on boundaries. Jake is grown. I wouldn't be here for Team Scout. Team Undo my braids. I mean, what's next? Can you take my shoes off and we can retire class earlier and you can rub my bunions too? It's not, I think for me, it's just not necessary. It's not a necessary component. It's like overreaching. It's like overperforming. It's giving performative at this point. Whether these girls have a dad or not, you're not their dad. And if I wanted them to have one, they would have a step pappy. Or I would be with their biological father. Or I know how to go get a man for their asses. You are a professional educator. I wouldn't even want to be this close to kids that are not mine. I don't even like other people's kids. Like, don't touch me, don't hug me, girl. Hi. Throw you some gum. Like, over there. I'm just real. And I don't think there's anything nefarious in and of itself, but it is just corporately and professionally inappropriate. And I don't understand the difference between why we would want these rules in the workplace where your boss can't employ you to come give him a massage, your supervisor can't employ you to come undo her ponytail, your superior can't ask you to come rotate their motherfucking tires. How much more should there be healthy boundaries? Because a part of community is also healthy boundaries. These are not your kids, Jake. And you can foster closeness and trust without them touching you. Back to the shade room. Beyond the braids, Jake explained that part of being an effective teacher is building authentic relationships. How about building authentic curricula? And just be a nice guy. It's really not that deep. Just be a nice guy, but focus on building a progressive ass curriculum, honey. Because let me tell you this, bitch. If you're gonna have my daughters and my sons unbraiding your goddamn hair in the name of higher education, that higher education better have their asses being capable of being a goddamn carpenter, being a goddamn NASA astronaut. Their asses better be going into quantum damn physics. Be a damn brain surgeon, bitch. Since you going all out, girl, to create community, girl, these better be the damn top 1% in the district, bitch. These better be the exceptional students who are going into law, girl. Okay, because you know we can caveat the shit. We can caveat, girl. But girl, if you doing all this for little Tisha to just become a damn receptionist at the dental office, get your ass up out of here, Jake. Get your ass up out of here. Bitch, little Tisha better be vice president in 4 years. If you created all this authenticity, girl, her ass better be damn Condoleezza Rice. Her ass better be entering into the highest damn all-American university, baby. Because if Tisha is just going from school to Walmart greeter, get your ass up out of here, Drake. Now, it continues. Beyond the braids, he wants an authentic relationship because that's how you become an effective teacher. All right? He aims to make them feel like he cares about them beyond the schoolwork. That does not involve them having to touch your motherfucking ass. It don't. I take the time to get to know them, Jake says, outside of academics because caring for the whole child is what's important. He claimed his students see him as a big brother or father figure. Additionally, the parents of most of his students and his school administration allegedly follow him on social media and sees his teacher-driven content. The middle school teacher said the braid situation was just another wholesome moment he was able to capture on camera. In his initial response video above, Jake explained that he doesn't want his own kids. Therefore, his students feel like they're his shit. Bitch. Baby. I birthed those motherfucking fingers for one set of braids and one set of braids only, bitch. And because mama get 150 million goddamn micro links put in her shit, I'ma need little Betty to reserve her damn arthritis, bitch. But when I'm gonna need her ass in 6 months after I get my money's worth out of this micro link braid wig, girl. Okay? I don't need her coming home tired as hell because she done sat up there with 4 other damn students taking down your dusty shit, bitch. It's already gonna be bad enough, baby, that I'm gonna escalate arthritis in her damn fingers, bitch. You ain't gonna be adding to the equation either. Also, he shared that he strives to be the teacher he wished he had been as a young person. Overzealous. Still, the mixed reactions continue to pour in. So one day after his first clapback, he released an 8-minute video clearing comments. If you're wondering, the teacher revealed that he would be okay with his child, of course, interacting with the teacher like himself the same way. Quote, "We as a people have to abandon this idea of sexual intimacy being tied with getting your hair done," the teacher said, adding, "Y'all can see there's nothing suggestive going on. This is the problem. See, this is the blinder that's in Jake's. This is the telephone pole, bitch, that's in his eye, as the scripture say. You can speak for you because you know you. The problem is you don't know what's in the hearts and in the minds of these young girls. You can only speak for you. These are young, developing females. And they ain't making no damn distinction between you being cute and another 14-year-old boy being cute, because cute is cute, bitch, to young folk. When we were high schoolers, we crushed on everybody from the grown-ass people to the people our goddamn age. There wasn't no damn distinction, honey. There wasn't. So he can speak for him and his pure of heartness. But he's forgetting. These are young girls. They're at that age. They're going through puberty. They have crushes. They have feelings. They're going through high school, middle school melodramas. Let me be clear as a male in their life, including the boys too. Let me be clear in my role. Let me be clear in this crispiness, because I can be friendly, but I don't need to be friends to my students. And if the parents who are okay with this, they need to allow this behavior outside of school. Since y'all so cool with Jake having your child as a best friend, is Jake also at the bar mitzvahs? Is he also at the recitals? Is he being invited to the cookout? If Jake wants his hair braided or unbraided by students, the parents should be present. And Jake should want to do that for his sake. He's putting too much trust into young, developing minds with very strong, powerful emotions. And why the parents are not okay with this, but also okay with it in a way that's appropriate, such as in my presence, yes. Yes. In my presence, absolutely, yes. That's not a lot to ask for. That's not difficult. Sure, unbraid his hair in my motherfucking presence. Let there be a adult or two adults, two parents there. Hell, let the parents themselves do it. Because you know what's also effective in a child's life? Not only having a great relationship to them, having an even better one with their parents, the people that they got to go home to. They see your ass, what? Is this high school or middle school? 8 hours out of the day, you don't even see them all day. They swap classes, they in and out. And what happens? What happens when the parents are on one note and Jake is on another? Because now he's became overly invested. These are like his alternative and extended children. And now because he gives a damn and he has allowed the entirety of his heart to be open, I'm only going to expect then that there's going to be a clear conflict of interest if those parents decide to discipline or to go in a way with their child that Jake personally doesn't agree with, because now his own feelings are involved. All these things are what boundaries help to sustain for everybody in the situation. It helps you, the human being who's human, despite the innocence of your virtue, the innocence of your intent. It's safe for the students. It's effective for the parents. And I think I would much rather see Jake putting this type of attention and development into the relationships to the parents. Have their asses braiding your hair. Make sure they healthy fucking minded. Get all into their business so you can get behind the curtain and see if the way they show up professionally and on the surface is the same way they ass get down behind closed doors, because they may be some damn abusers. Sit down with these parents, talk to them, develop a relationship to them, see where their hangups are, see where their judgments are, see where their temperament is, see where their cynicalness is. Because working on their asses directly benefits the children. See, to me, the kids are just the symptoms. Whatever trouble the kids may be in their homes is the symptom of a root cause, which is the parents. Saving the parents if the parents happen to have their minds and their hearts in danger. Will be greatly effective for the children that make up his students. And it's not about sexualizing here. Nobody said anything about sexualization. We're talking about professionalism. We're talking about the fact that these are not, in fact, his fucking kids. And him thinking that they are will cause him also to take up a level of onus in the situation that he doesn't have, but that his emotions can conflate him or convince him into having. You're their teacher. And these are young people. Once again, those guidelines save Jake from their asses too. Not just save them from him. Those boundaries protect his ass too. Because we hear about, you know what? Let's just continue. It don't matter where he recorded it. If you can do all that, then you got time to make because see, Jake knew he needed his braids out. Why record it for the world when you could have actually kept this to yourself and you could have brought, once again, the parents into this? Why not have one of these cozy ass parents who's so cool with all this to unbraid your damn hair? Once again, you're an adult. Build even better relationship to the adults in these kids' lives. Have one of these damn moms, one of these damn dads of these kids to unbraid your hair. Work on community with their asses. Invite their asses to the classroom. Hey, want y'all to be here. See all of the off-school curriculum. See all of the offline behavior. Not in a live stream, because guess what? A live stream goes off. And then it's one person's word for another. A live stream comes to an end. I don't think Jake is protecting himself. We as a people have to abandon this idea of sexual intimacy, being tired of getting your hair done. The teacher said, da, 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 da. You can see there's nothing suggestive going on here. Once again, he's making an assumption. He can only speak for himself. He can't speak for what's in the hearts of these young girls. Okay? It's like family. It's like community. This is simply wholesome and innocent community-oriented activity. In another video, he joked about how he planned to tip the students who helped with his hair. This is community. This is family. Why would you need to tip? Why would you need to tip them? Jake is doing too much. It's too much. Educate, my nigga. I don't need you being my daughter's best friend. That's what I don't need you doing. Educate. I will help my son and my daughter develop a social life. I don't need you as a grown-ass man to be their best friend. Okay? Meanwhile, Lil Durk's... Oh, this is a whole Lil Durk shit. Okay? So, let's get into where things have landed. Teacher shorted... Oh, that's not where teacher have landed. Hold on. Oh, wait, this was not done. This article wasn't done. Okay, I was about to say. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I was making sure I didn't forget anything. Okay. All right, so let me pull up the article, girl. And I'm just going to read this from the inbox chat. This is from Bish Gossip, all right? Poor thing. Teacher who let student unbraid his hair has been fired. All right, let me pull up another. Hold on, let me blow myself back up so you guys can see this in real time, girl. We're gonna listen to Jake, girl. He's crying in the video, girl. I just don't know where he, girl, did. Jake is a black man in America, girl. Like, did you, girl? This is America. You didn't think this all the way through. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it on. All right. So this is Jake. Let's listen to Jake, you guys.
Controversy that has come from this video.
All right, hold on. Let me show you guys. Okay. Teacher is fired. Bish Gossip. All right, now let's listen to his commentary, child. Turn your headphones up.
And it makes me so mad with all the controversy that has come from this video that I posted. I wanted to come on here and read some of the messages that my students are sending me. Some of the messages that they've been sending me.
Now he huffing and puffing. See, now he huffing and puffing, girl.
Hey, bestie. I really hope that you see this message. How are you? I hope that you're okay. Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much. I can't wait for you to come back.
Now he huffing and puffing, girl.
Somebody saw the...
Okay, hold on, girl. I can't even deal. Because, see, Jake now wants to play the victim. Now he want to be huffing and puffing, bitch. But he got his ass over there on TikTok thinking he was going to be cute and troll the trolls, trying to low-key gaslight, because he know how extreme and how cuckoo it gets, girl, when the kids are involved with anything. And he tried to be real cute and coy with it. And toy with the fire. Now his ass done got burnt to a crisp, and he on here with these tight ass, straight to the bike, penitentiary cornrows, huffing and damn puffing. Now, since Jake ain't no damn teacher to nobody no more, baby, I'm not sure why Lil Seeley is still able to communicate, because at this point now she's communicating with a grown-ass man. And if she can't be texting and talking and sending messages to no other damn grown-ass man, it wouldn't be no exception in this situation, especially now that Mr. Jake don't got to adhere to no code of conduct outside of the literal law because he's no longer a damn teacher. Now he huffing and puffing. You know what would have been more effective? Because see, this is what happens. See, a lot of y'all don't let social media get y'all fucked up. A lot of y'all don't let social media, girl. Everybody is wanting a moment, wanting a conversation. Everybody just wanting to go viral. Everybody, girl. You know, this is how you can tell like these performative ass people. And no shade to Jake, because I want to give him the benefit of a doubt. I want to give Jake the benefit of a doubt that he's a great guy with a good heart. But like I said, bitch, my Holy Ghost also calling the troll spirit to the forefront. Because this whole display was not as innocent as Jake is trying to make it out to be. He knew exactly what he was doing. And the problem with these performative folk is that you can tell the difference between people who really want to reform and change and revolutionize society from those who are looking to just spark controversy. The difference between the two is that the people who are truly interested in conversation, the people who are truly interested in revolutionizing society, their methodology is mature. Their methodology, the way they do things, is in the direction of supporting that change. So if Jake was not being performative and looking for an online moment, Mr. Illuminati N1, I mean, that name says it all. As a teacher, Illuminati N1, really? Really? Shout out to the Illuminati, but really? If he was really interested in changing the culture, what he would have did when he realized he had a platform, he had a microphone. Hold on. 1 2 1 2, bitch. No static. You know, when I get to touching her, girl, she get to getting hot and horny, girl. I gotta not touch Miss Microphone, girl. Y'all know she got a thing with me, baby. Okay? Just doing this, girl. This baby, she done got hot and horny, girl. She's still doing all right. She's still percolating. If the voice is still voicing, the audio is still audioing, girl, give me a 1 in the chat. Okay? Because y'all know if I just move like this, bitch, she get dickmatized. Real quick. Real quick. So if you can still hear me, just fine. Okay, great. If Jake was interested in revolutionizing society and really getting a conversation started, what he would have once again done is not start with the students, but he would have started with the presentation and a community dialogues, first and foremost with the adults. You know what would have been powerful? If Jake had got all of these adults who are the parents and the guardians of his students and sat down with them about what it means and how important it is to be in relationship and community, to the person that is educating your child, to the person who is spending 4, 5, or all day long with your child. What community looks like. How teachers and parents can work in better unison, because clearly this community has figured something out. I love the idea of it. But instead, he wanted to prompt the children up, because really in the back of Jake's mind, he's looking for controversy. He's trying to push the envelope. And that's why this shit toppled over the way that it did. If he was being sincere in his spirit, this could have been equally viral, equally effective, by getting parents to sit down with him in this space to talk about how they created this in an era and a time where teachers and parents are not on the same page. In a time and an era where teachers are running up to the school to whoop the teacher's ass. In a time where teachers and parents could not be more divided. But instead, he wanted to prop the babies up because he knew what all the pervs would say. He knew what all of the hypersexual folk would say. He knew because he said it in all of his little breakdowns and segments. I don't feel bad for Jake. Because you should have known better than to post that video. You should have known better. Because now your ass is down there to the goddamn welfare pressures. And a lot of y'all letting social media get y'all fucked up. In certain districts, especially in my hometown of South Carolina, teachers can't even have social medias, yet alone have your students up on social media. And I want to be clear here. I don't per se think there's any nefarious behavior happening here at all. I don't. But I can see how the fuck this could go really left on somebody's part. And I want those boundaries resurrected for the teacher's sake and for my children's sake. For everybody's sake. We don't live in an ideal world, in an ideal system. And once again, Jake is not hired and he doesn't get paid $25,000 a year to be a stepdad, to be a best friend, neither to be a motherfucking client in the damn seat of people who are not certified beauticians. Because if they can't be damn licensed to put no braids in, they shouldn't damn be allowed to take none out either. And if the parents are okay with it, invite his ass to the house. And let Lakeisha ass, let little Lakeisha ass undo the braids. But you and her getting his head together. How about that? Because if you got enough gall to turn on a camera and that's supposed to say, oh, well, it's out in the open. No, bitch. It being out in the open would be allowing the adults in the room to account play by play, chapter by chapter, line by line. And once again, this is that's what's inappropriate is that Jake's desire to have these kids be his own is causing him to actually believe he's their fucking father. That he is their parent. And he's opening himself up to a world of complicated dynamics that have just yet to hit the fan. Because this was only a matter of time, baby. Jake just been able to go along to get along because he cute. He got cute equity. And so far, nobody has spoken outside the lines. For Jake to not want no kids of his own, he damn sure don't mind hamburglaring everybody else's. Go have you some babies, sir. You want babies. Your mouth saying this, but you became a teacher. You think of these kids as your own. You take up time with their asses after homework, after quiz, after tests have done. You have them dealing with you as if you're theirs and they're yours. You want motherfucking kids. But the question is, why you want these people kids and not your own? And you know, oh girl, I don't want to do it. See, girl, y'all finna girl, cause see, I don't even want to do that to Jake. I don't even want to go there. Cause girl, where I'm about to go, bitch. is we about to put the whole can of tuna underneath the opener, girl. Why you don't want nobody kids, but you want all these kids? You want everybody else's kids all day long, every year, but you don't want your own. Jake, your behavior now has brought your integrity into question, and there are people who have to question that. Because you put yourself in a position now to be subjected to that same social media space that your ass wanted to wake up. Now, bitch, we woke. You called, we answered. Why you don't want your own kids, but you want all these people kids? Is it because your conscience won't allow you to think and to do things hypothetically and potentially with other people's kids than your very own? There are things your conscience couldn't bring you to do with your own kids that you could bring yourself to do. This is the type of shit you open yourself up to. For somebody to not want their own fucking kids, but want to be a teacher and then want to make every student their damn child. Come on, Jake. Because, baby, I can see right now, girl, if I start doing the math, that equation might not come out the way that you want it to. Then again, bitch, keep in mind, I was always a C- student in math. Okay? So it might just be my math. Let's continue to listen to Jake Huff and Puff, girl. I'm going to drop the link. I am. Let's go to the second slide, girl.
And it makes me so mad that people make little things big things. I want you to know that the class and others got your back. And we will always stand behind you and up for you no matter what happens. We got you. Again, we miss you and we love you so much. I can't wait for you to come back. I wish that this never happened because it feels like we're losing you. Come back soon. Don't be gone too long, because if you're not back by Monday, I know something's up. But anyways, I also made sure that the classroom was clean before we left. Love you, missed you. Love you, miss you. See you later. Hi, Mr. White. We've been seeing all this stuff going on, and so has your other former students, and I just want to air out. It's such a big deal, and it makes me so mad that people make little things big things.
On to the next slide, baby.
Let's go ahead.
Okay.
Air out.
So there it is, girl. Now he toe up, and the kids done went from damn cosmetologists to janitors to custodians, girl. They killing roaches. They mopping. They sweeping. They bleaching. They scrubbing. Now he huffing and puffing, girl. But just a few days ago, girl, Jake was with the shits and thought he had this shit, girl, mapped out. Had this little big DM 101 FM voice on. Edited his little video, girl, sitting there eating hot Cheetos and hot Fritos and rubbing down frogs and shit, girl. Just knew he was going to be employed next week, girl. He just knew he was going to come down here to the social medias, girl, and get a conversation started and then end up getting his goddamn walking papers. Faith lives, but another point. Jake didn't read one parent comment. You know why he didn't, Faith lives? Because he is the damn parent. And that's what I'm talking about the mixing up of boundaries. Jake done forgot his motherfucking place, bitch. You here to hang coats? Hang coats. Punishment too harsh or justify? Oh, let me get my thought on punishment. Should Jake have been fired? Considering that there were no inappropriate reports, the students are doing exceptional. These are students doing great. They had time, girl, because they do their homework. Unlike them kids to the back of the classroom do. Considering that the parents allegedly were all on board and approved of his community spirit toward the kids. Fired. I'm going to say over sentenced, over punished, reprimanded like a mother. Yes. To remind Jake that he's a teacher. And if you need your hair braided, if you need your feet rubbed, if you need a hot oil, a hot scalp oil massage, there are salons for that. There are other things for these young people to do when they don't have anything else to do. Or how about you give them something else to do, productive and educational? How about, as long as they're in class, give their asses something else to do? Because there's always something else to learn. There's always history to be taught, baby. There's always truth to be sold and told, baby. How about have your damn curriculum packed out in such a way that there ain't no off time aside from lunchtime and recess? And LaShonda still don't completely clueless, girl. Jake feels completely like the victim after he got his ass on social media and ruined his whole damn his whole girl. It ain't gonna be no hot boy summer now. Jake gonna be down there on monster.com filtering through damn resumes every day so that he don't lose that damn 2,500 square foot apartment he in. All because he wanted to play social media games. All because he wanted to troll instead of really having a genuine educational moment by bringing these parents on to talk about the importance of community in hopes that what they've created there is something that can inspire communities and their teachers alike in bettering their relationships in the name of everything that's in the best interest of the children. Nope. Jake wanted to use the children because he knew exactly what it would come with. He knew exactly what the optics would look like, and he got it, baby. I can't feel sorry for Jake. Not gonna say there was any nefarious nothing going on. Oh, and my boo Dreaming Edmund. What's going on, Sam Smith? Sent me this video of Jake allegedly flirting with one of the high school students through a collaboration, I believe. Let me check this out, pull this up before I drop the link and let you guys come sound off. I know already some of y'all gonna be digmatized, honey, but you know, I love y'all anyway. Let me see. All right, the braided teacher. Okay, shooting a shot at alleged 16-year-old. Okay, let's get into this. Now, this is Jake, you guys. Someone said when there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, now maybe Dreaming can. Oh, this Jake? Oh, no, baby. See. Yeah. I just saw Jake with his shirt off, girl. Let me not project though. All right. Let's not project. Hold it together, CTV. Hold it together. Girl, this is Jake with his shirt off, girl. This is Jake with a shirt off, girl. I would have had every damn comb in his head, girl. Another motherfucker would have, girl, I would have had the damn hands of Medusa. Baby, I would have had 5 arms with 5 combs, baby. It wouldn't have been, nobody else would have been able to get in on the scalp. Baby, I would have been swinging and banging, baby, to get to the back of that head, girl, to get to that good braid, girl. And then the article gonna have the audacity to talk about it started with one student and then it escalated. You damn right, bitch. Because if I was a goddamn high schooler girl following Jake ass on social media, and this is what I knew what he looked like outside of his school uniform, bitch, you damn right it's gonna be an escalation. What else is going to happen? And did those friendly parents who so-called approve of his online behavior, did they see this? Did they see this? Let's play this. Let's play this. I'm going to explain to y'all the filter he using. So apparently this is a high schooler who is obviously playing up her assets and captioned it, "I only F with emo boys." So then Jake, seeing this young lady and her figure, decides to put on a filter to give him the appearance of an emo boy. You know, the emo boys are the punk rock boys. These are the punk rock kids. So she says she only F with emo boys. Jake done assimilated to an emo boy. Let's listen to see if there's any audio to go with this, because this is wild. So Jake baby. When was this done? This was May 10th of 20. No, this must be a repost. I don't know when the original video was done, but clearly he's a grown ass man. Let me switch over my microphone, girl, because see now, girl, the little bit of benefit of the doubt, girl, I was gonna give you, Jake. I'm sure you're about to make that damn near impossible. This is where the shit hits the fan at. Let me switch over to the microphone, girl. I'm going to be dropping the link. Let's listen here. Hold on. I can't hear nothing. Hold on. Let me refresh the page real quick. Sometimes Twitter be doing all that. Hold on. Let me pull this up again. Just when we was just entertaining the fact that, you know, there could be no nefarious nothing. It's just inappropriate. There are professional lines for a reason. Those lines and boundaries protect everybody in the situation. Let's see if we got audio. I don't got no audio on this. Dreaming Boo, is there audio with this? Because it's not giving audio. So I don't know what he's saying. So we can't hear what he's saying. But people in the comments are giving it, girl. Someone is saying, so he's a pedo. There's a TikTok of him shooting his shot at a 16-year-old girl. Someone else is saying in the comments, that ain't no teenager, you idiot. Someone is saying, oh, hell no. Someone else said in the comments, let me pull this up. Wow, wow, wow. It's not giving audio, though. Someone else is saying it was a trend for grown men and women was doing this. No, it's not. Somebody says, pack him the F up. Okay, someone else tries to add clarity. No one knew this girl was youngest until I think one of her classmates said she was 16. Them ninjas thought she was just an emo girl. I find those oozy ass people weirdest, so I ain't really even seeing the hype. All right. So now we got to go back to an alleged. Let's be reasonable here. This is an alleged TikTok challenge. And apparently the age of this young lady was not known at the time until it came out after the fact. Jake had already put his emo foot in his mouth by then. But let me switch up on my microphone because, see, Jake, you're still not out of hot water, sir. You're not out of hot water. See, this, and once again, this is the problem. Social media is going to get a lot of y'all fucked up. These are all things that him as an educator with a legacy have to think about. You don't know who these people are in these TikTok videos, these TikTok challenges. The way that these young people's bodies are set up these days, you think you're interacting with a grown woman, a grown man, and then bloop, you're Kenneth Petty. Bloop, bitch. You're registered like a motherfucker. These are all the things Jake have to think about. Because guess what? He would be the same one. When his students get in trouble, sitting down there talking to them about wisdom. You're a teacher as well. You have, now here's the irresponsibility of it all. You're a teacher and then you choose to have a social media profile and be a public figure. And as the article says, the parents and the students follow Jake's social medias. So with you knowing you're an educator to young people, why are you placating into hypersexual trendy TikTok challenges that are oriented for adults? You have young girl, his students looking at this young girl or looking at this woman. I don't know whether the girl who we just saw saying she only F with emo boys is a teenager or was a teenager or is a grown woman, but either way. How is this productive? Knowing that you have your students and their parents following your social media. Why do they need to see you being a horn dog on the internet? Why do they need to see you with your mouth wide and your tongue hanging, salivating and lusting after another woman? Why do they need to see a woman talking about the type of guy she wants, personality-wise, while showing and selling her assets up, though, as bait? What is that communicating to these young girls? That their bodies are to be commodities? Because there's this underbelly of use what you got to get what you want in that challenge. this young woman in this challenge is participating in a what type of guy I like, while her nonverbal communication is using her assets to get that type of a guy. Now, there's nothing wrong with grown women navigating that system that way. But with him being an educator who is so proud of the community, and everybody in the community is in cahoots, and everybody watches his social medias, and all the parents are subscribed, can somebody make it make sense to me? I don't think it's appropriate for them to see their teacher online shirtless, howling after a woman. I don't think it's appropriate for them to see a woman behaving this way as it relates to navigating members of the opposite sex. These young girls, given everything be true that he said, are young girls who are interested in their minds, and they're educated and plan on using their intellect and their skills to navigate Western society. All that nice Christian schoolboy shit Jake seemed to have thrown out of the window by the type of challenges he chooses to participate in. And now he want to be huffing and motherfucking puffing on the internet. Something ain't right in the buttermilk. It's too much oil and water being motherfucking mixed across the board. Your students don't have to touch you to be safe and have community and have trust with you. My children don't need to touch their students no more than you need to touch your boss, and your boss needs to touch you in order for there to be a genuine, balanced, and healthy workspace, school environment, etc. And then to have your students being able to contact you on social media outside of school, because now he's fired and they still have access to his ass. But then he also has very adult content, which is his business. But then you shouldn't have your students following you if you know that you have adult-oriented content on your platform. So Jake seems to be trying to be progressive on one end, but because he's immature too, and of course, he looks young enough to be immature to some degree, and this is where his immaturity is. He hasn't decided between the boy and the man yet. And whatever the fuck the parents are sipping on, I'm questioning their observations as well. Because the social media saw all of this just in one swoop. Jake only been famous for 2 days now. These parents so-called been in a relationship to him for a whole years now. And people who never met him already done regurgitated up the things he's doing on social media. Where are the parents? What are their thoughts? And they still think this is appropriate content? Is this Flint, Michigan, where this is happening? Because maybe it's the water. If it's Flint, I'm willing to blame it on the water. Maybe it done calcified the cerebral cortex, girl. Maybe it done calcified the left and right hemisphere. Exactly, Cali girl. This would be his business if his students were not there. But to make it worse, the parents there too, and are still like all family fun. If Jake was a rapper, fine. He wouldn't be appropriate for children anyway. But he's presenting himself as kid friendly. There's a blind spot. So now that I have seen this, because before I was going to say severe punishment, yes. 8 with the T says the parents probably yep, that's what I'm saying. Everybody want to grab a cone, including the parents. Everybody want to be close to Jake. Everybody want to be able to. Everybody want to be able to get Jake on the phone. Everybody want to be able to play floozy in front of Jake. Everybody want to be able to just know they can come in. Everybody want a motherfucking cone. So now that I've seen this, though, fired. Maybe not fired, bitch, but somewhere close to it, girl. I don't think people losing their job should be taken lightly, and people losing their damn livelihood is a likely thing. But somewhere close to it, girl. Somewhere. Because what I want to believe, given once again, the students are doing well, their academics are scoring, they're not troublemaking, they're doing what they're supposed to do as young people focused. He's doing something right. But he didn't cross all his T's and he didn't dot all his I's. And maybe that's just because. So maybe giving him an opportunity to get his shit together. Because I get it. Social media happened to all of us. We are the first generation to deal with social media. We did not have anybody to model this for us. Everybody just went in. And maybe fired from that particular school, but not like have his license revoked. Because I would just feel that the kids who have already developed a relationship to him, they seen him in his clothes, out of his clothes. They seen him horny online and non-horny in person. I would feel like it's too tainted already. So maybe fired from that school, but still have his license. Give him time to clean his shit up. And then see what he does. Because if that was a grown woman, or this young girl was participating was presenting herself as a grown, I don't know how to put the trend with. See, this is why I don't do trans, bitch. See, I don't got to worry about all this. I don't be doing no trans, bitch. Okay, I ain't got time. I ain't got time for what Jake going through. But apparently, it was assumed that the female in that video was a grown woman initially, and then it came out after the fact that she was 16. Stay your ass off the internet, teachers. They don't even pay y'all enough, bitch, to even be going through girl. They barely pay y'all enough to actually be teaching. Yet alone, girl. Yet alone, girl. Keep it simple, girl. Okay, let me tell you the kind of people who gonna survive this new chapter, this Age of Aquarius chapter. The people who gonna survive the Age of Aquarius, girl, are gonna be the most simple, basic, practical-minded folk, girl. If you want to avoid the bush, keep it simple. Keep your life simple, bitch. The people who gonna be all right are gonna be the people who keep shit simple. You want to stir it up, bitch, your ass going up on the cross. Even if he keeps his license with all this publicity, what school will hire him? You're right, because now the shit he done did online is actually all across social media. And then there's also this question that's kind of amongst the folk of, well, should teachers have, should they should be able to have a life? I agree with that. But if you want to have a life that's incongruent with the way you present as a teacher, then you need to not also sell that life as appropriate to the students. Fine. Teachers want to have a life. They want to do social media. They want to be able to do grown folk shit outside the class. Cool. But what Jake fucked up at is that he's the person who don't want no kids, but who want everybody else kids. And he is so enmeshed and enamored with these children that he got them all up in every aspect of his life. And this, once again, is what happens when you become overzealous. And he fell right into what I felt like he would be, being overzealous, not having no boundaries. And now you have questionable social media content coupled with already questionable in classroom behavior. Is given too much. Jake is not their father. He's their teacher. He's not their foster parent. He's not their stepdad. But I'm gonna let y'all tell me what y'all think, honey. Hit the line, girl. Should he be fired, girl? License revoked. What do y'all think about this TikTok trend involving this? What is apparently a 16-year-old girl, but a 16-year-old girl allegedly that Jake did not know was 16. She got apparently ratted out by one of her friends online. I just dropped the link. I'm gonna read some of y'all comments as you guys come up. If not, I'm gonna read some of y'all comments and we're gonna tie it up. Adults, suspended, yes. Revoked, no, says China. Cali Candy says adults, no. Okay, for my job, I need to chill. He doesn't. Something is wrong. Bernicia says, but I want my own kids one day. Ian Gardner says, maybe intense classes and boundaries, CTV. I agree. I don't like that he put that content up as someone who works around kids and has those kids following his online content, because not all of it is appropriate. Not everything should be on social media. That goes for everybody. A lot of people have to be professional on social media for their job. As someone who works around children, I don't like that. Sam says, tell him to start his own tutoring business. Let's see how many parents will continue to go to him. Some charter school will hire him. Dr. Umar, you got your first science teacher, baby. Kevin Moore says, mind the business that pays thee. Callie says he seems nasty. Kathy, I'm an Aquarius woman. Scorpio's gonna survive, baby, period. Even if he keeps his license with all this. Oh, I think I read that. 8 with the 24 says, I hope he wasn't doing anything nefarious. I would hate that for everyone involved. Hopefully, he does just need to mature. But it wouldn't be around my child like that. Cassandra says credentialing should require panel interviews. Okay, Tanya Haybu says facts. You're being fair. I'm done with him. To me, says Sam, he just sounded childlike and creepy trying to explain. It was because he was trying to troll when trolling goes wrong. Hands down. When trolling goes up wrong. I didn't see his page yet. I only saw that one video. Fired from this school. Mandatory classes on fraternization and inappropriate sexual conduct. Absolutely. My boo Shauna is here. What's going on, Shauna?
Hello.
Hello. Took y'all asses long enough to get up her.
I know. I was watching this. I was watching a podiatry video, and I got sucked in.
Okay, you know you can't be multitasking watching me. I need y'all undivided attention.
No, you're on my actual TV.
Period.
Let me.
Oh,
I think
period.
Let me.
Hey, big screen. I'm on TV too now, bitch.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm back.
So, what do you think about what do you think about this matter? It's like teeter. It's like I hate this because it's a teetering. It's like right there in the middle. It's enough to go like and then it's enough to go full kamikaze.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it though? Like inappropriate behavior, the kids unbraiding the hair, some of his online content, him being fired. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's extremely inappropriate. Am I echoing?
No, you sound great.
Because I can hear, for some reason I can hear myself. Anyway, did you see the second video? That's my first question.
Which is the second video?
With him reading the letters from his students.
Oh, somebody is echoing.
I think it's me.
I'm gonna mute everybody until you're good. Yes, you're talking about the one where he is crying, he got the tight cornrows in.
Yeah, and he's reading his student.
Yeah, he's like, I want to read some of the
Yeah, that was so weird. It made me so uncomfortable.
It was like it was giving inner cry for me.
Oh, it was
an inner cry for me.
I don't think it was real cry. I think it was acting.
Yeah, it's an inward one.
I would think it was 100% acting. But what's really bothersome besides the whole story is people saying, I don't have TikTok. I'm not on Instagram. I just have YouTube. So I haven't seen these videos. They're talking about, well, there's other videos. I guess there's a video of a white woman getting black girls to do her hair. I don't know.
Inappropriate as hell.
That's what I'm saying. This whataboutism gets on my freaking nerves. And when you're using whataboutism, that's your only argument. Let's just look at this situation and how inappropriate it is, and the fact that some people say, or I've read comments that he should have been fired. He should have just been suspended. But there's some lines that just cannot be crossed. And once you cross them, then you have to have to deal with the consequences. And is he young? Did we ever say how old he is?
Let me look and see if I can pull up an age on Jake Lay here, since he's Mr. Social Media.
Yeah, and then then the whole with the naked top, and I'm not real sure, and anybody who's an educator can tell me if this is true or not. But I would think you would have to, in the day and age we are in, we all understand the internet, I think, pretty well. We can't be all shocked anymore. The internet's been around and active, at least we'll say 10 years, that they're signing papers when they become educators about their social media posts. I know, as working in healthcare, I've had to sign papers because people do all sorts of crazy shit in healthcare too, posting videos of whatever, of patients. It gets wild. Patient information, and people have been fired because of it. It's like you violate these codes and you have to be let go. Why give this man a chance to do something stupid again? Which I have a feeling people don't go from quiet, living life quietly to doing shit like this. He's been pulling stunts and shows for a while, and he just took it to the internet this time.
Wow. So you don't have any trust in Jake And
No.
you feel that yeah, he needs to be sat. He needs to have several permanent seats.
Yeah, when you cross lines with vulnerable population, whether it's elderly, whether it's children, whether it's animals, that's something. That's a person who needs to be removed from the situation and closely monitored.
Yeah. Okay.
Period.
Hold that thought, Shauna. Great talking points. Purple Love. Welcome to the panel, boo. Your thoughts on harsh punishment or justified?
I'm gonna come from the standpoint as someone who's constantly on TikTok.
Yeah.
He knew what environment he was playing in. He chose. This looks like rage baiting to me. TikTok is not the place where you want to be rage baiting nobody because they will come for your job. This is not new information. The fact that he chose to put this online on TikTok of all places, he was rolling the dice anyway. It's just what it is. And a lot of times you'll see initially where the comments may look favorable. And that's because what it does is it hits your algorithm with your people first. And then if enough of your people show interest in it, then it'll go to the people for you page. But what he did, I'm not surprised by the ending at all. Because we have TikTok, when you talk about how your CTV crew has their nosy degrees, it's like times 10 on TikTok.
Yeah.
There have been things that have been found in a matter of minutes. There's sometimes where a content creator was like, can you help me find this person? And it won't even be a full hour before they found.
And that's why the government is unaliving everybody on damn TikTok and banning that shit.
They do not play over there. And it's been a lot of things started, a lot of movements have come across TikTok and gained strength because of people's reactive nature online.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of stories where teachers and professors have gotten out of hand and TikTok got pissed and went after their jobs. They started calling them and stuff. So, I mean, he knew what he was getting into. I can't feel sorry for somebody because, like she said, before there was social media to this degree, there was a lot of morality type things inserted into teachers' contracts.
Yeah.
So, like, this is not a new thing or a new phenomenon for that. And of course, I know pretty darn well that these schools are having some type of probably clause in it about social medias.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he just opened himself up. And if you don't read your own contract, that's on you. Just like
I was curious about that part because he said everybody approved but the school. Like I heard him say the parents approve, the students approve. I was like, okay, so what is your contract approved of? Like what does that, like, what are the school rules? Because or did something go under the radar in this situation? Or it's like I was curious about that.
It doesn't matter if the parents and the students approve. If you are in violation of your contract, you are in violation of your contract. Period.
Yeah.
And like here in Hampton is funny. Hampton makes their teachers renew their contracts yearly. At least they were when my daddy was alive. So like if you were a problem, they eliminated the whole problem because they just wouldn't give you a contract the next year. So like he was playing a dumb game. And plus now he's made himself known as a liability. A lot of the public schools won't touch him. Maybe some private schools will take a risk on him. But most likely they even won't, because when you get into the private arena, those parents are really not going to tolerate the tomfoolery.
For sure. Okay, hold that thought, baby. Great talking points, honey. Y'all doing it. Because we're gonna watch his full length video, but I want to get everybody to get their initial thoughts off, and then we can circle back around and deal with this, which is the full-on one where it's 5 minutes and 49 seconds. He got those tight cornrows, and I'm sure those need to be taken down as well. But let me get to Dreamin', then Candace, then LaShonda, and then we're gonna watch this. Dreamin', boo. Thank you for sending me the tee on this. What are your thoughts? And what do you think about this like controversy of this girl in the TikTok challenge actually being 16, like, and all the deeps around that? Are those accurate deeps that everybody initially assumed that this was a woman, and then it came out afterwards that this might have been a teenage girl?
So I'm a Twitter FBI agent, okay?
That part.
And what I'm gathering from Twitter is that a lot of people, like, if you look at the bathroom, you can clearly tell it's probably a school bathroom. That's what a lot of people are saying. Like, if you can't tell anything else, look at the bathroom.
Look at the bathroom.
And she's hiding her face. Now, some people did say there's a trend, but some people are saying that, well, the kids are doing with the kids and the adults are doing it with the adults. Now, some people are confirming that, well, even if he did, somebody made a good point, sorry, that even if he did think that that was a woman at first, clearly seeing that the controversy of her being revealed as a teenager would make him want to delete that video. Would it not? You know?
So that video, that particular video is still up on his social media.
That's how people found it. I was trying to find it, but I don't know how old that video is.
Oh, he's not too bright at all. Because most controversies on TikTok, as soon as it started in the pen, they delete.
Because the reason why people found that, because I started seeing that circling this like earlier today. So I'm like, okay, what's up with that? So I couldn't find his page, so I don't know how old that video is.
A Dreamin', is there something in you that doesn't like? I want to believe Jake is not with the shit.
I'm sorry.
I want to believe it, but it's just like, gosh, because when you said that, the part of me that's trying to give him the benefit of the doubt is like, okay, well, maybe at the time that this was exposed, it wasn't like a big thing. Maybe somebody just simply got under the comment section and said, that's my friend, because whoever, she's 16, and maybe he overlooked it, maybe he didn't see. The part of me that wants to believe, because gosh, I don't want to do this to a Black educator. It's like, because there's already a shortage of school teachers, and this system is already falling apart. But it's just like, Jake, it's also, I mean, we got to talk about it. We do got to talk about what it looks like, but damn.
See, TV, I hate to disillusion you some more, but when you're on TikTok and you following trends and stuff, that's going to hit your algorithm more. So that controversy most likely showed up in his algorithm.
And that's why it was findable.
Okay, so for me, my gut didn't feel right, because I've had teachers like this. I literally had a teacher like this. Like, he was the cool, laid back, everybody want to be in his class, want to eat in his classroom. He was like one of the boys. He was one of the girls, all that, right?
Yeah.
I went to a K-12 school. Found out he was messing around with middle schoolers. He was also a track coach. He was kind of weird towards me sometimes. Like, will make weird comments. Like, because he was a track coach. So he was like, "Oh, Marilyn, your legs look so good. Like, you're getting grown. Look at you." And he even tried to friend me after high school, all that stuff. So, and then he was messing around with the middle schoolers. Wow. So I'm not trying to project onto him. Yeah. But something just, because it's just like, first of all, I knew he was clout chasing, because the whole using the background music. I mean, everybody wants to be a content creator. I totally get that. Right. But it was just something about the way he went about that content. And then that second video of him fake crying and trying to best BET performance.
So cringy. So cringy.
So cringy. And his whole thing, you could tell by his account that he tried to do the dog thing. He tried to be popular based off of being with his dog and, whatever. And it's okay to be a content creator as a teacher. There's nothing wrong with that. But I've seen plenty of teachers who are content creators who don't show their students, period. I don't care if the parents did say, yeah, it's okay, you can make just TikTok videos with my child. Blur their faces. Yeah, because it protects the kids. It protects the school. because there's
That's
so many
another great point, Dreaming. I'm now curious because you said that if these kids have their own social media, because I'm just like, if not, how is it that then Jake is able to, I don't want to say exploit them, but how is he able then to allow, I mean, why is he allowed then to utilize them through his social medias? But on the other hand, you're not going to even allow them to have a Facebook or to have an Instagram or to have a whatever. Like it's
now.
it's
And
given.
then it's the fact that if the school's so okay with it, why is it nothing to do with the school? Why aren't we? Why is he showing you? Oh, the school is so great to come to the school because we teach kids this type of. He's a science teacher, right?
Yeah.
We teaching them right now symbiosis, whatever the situation is. Why aren't you showing that?
Yeah.
How a day in my life as a class teacher, something like that, right? Why is it that you're gearing towards them doing your hair? Oh yeah, my students usually do this on the side, and they get paid for this on the side. But I'm gonna make them do it for free because they deserved it because they were so good. I even freaking sat here and recruited kids outside of my classroom because those kids are so good at getting good grades. They deserve to do my hair.
Yeah, because there are so many things for him to actually teach. Like, can you actually teach other teachers how to help their students like excel? Because like that could be content.
Make community garden. You're a scientist.
Yeah, like teachers, this is how you help your students, because I've always, because look, I've always struggled with math naturally, but then I went to summer school between my freshman and sophomore year of high school, and I had this teacher, Miss Samuels, and for whatever reason, the way she was able to teach allowed me to be a A+ student. It was the first math class that I ever aced, like literally a 100 across the board. And it was because her teaching style was effective for me as it related to math. If you're a teacher and you're having a lot of success with your students, once again, you're trying to bait the public, knowing what you're doing by the optics and using the kids when there's so many there's so many more interesting ways to get the conversation started. But fuck the conversation. There's other ways to actually like use the success you're having with the relationships you're building to the parents, which once again, I would have been more interested in that presentation. I would have been interested in him sitting down with the parents and them talking about how they created this. What are we doing in our parent to teacher relationship that is allowing this success in the community? And then maybe brought the kids in like to fill in the in-betweens. But I would have much rather heard from them, because at the end of the day, it's like these kids have parents to go home to.
Right.
And I mean, yeah, being great with them is one thing, but they belong to a family unit. They have parents. And I want to know, what is this community doing that other communities are failing at, where the teachers and the parents are on two totally different ends of the spectrum these days? There are so many videos of teachers like crying out about how the parents don't care and the parents are against them and the parents are enablers of the kids and the parents take the sides of the kids, and there's all of this disparity that's causing teachers to quit their jobs because they can't, to hell with dealing with the students, they can't even deal with the parents of the damn students. So I'm just like, why are the parents not a part of this so-called conversation started? But once again, I mean, we know it's all for clout. We know that it was performative. We know he was low-key trying to troll, and he got more than what he could bite off. And why are you not also just, once again, helping other teachers around the world about the art of teaching? Because I could not imagine looking at the educational statistics of America, being a teacher who was having great success with my students, and then not making that content. Like, once again, this is how you help your students to excel teachers. But he wanted to play with the kids, and now he's unemployed as a result. But go ahead, Dreaming. Go ahead. Continue to go on, Boo.
And my last point too, a lot of people are saying about him, I really need to know what other teachers were involved. Someone mentioned this earlier, that were allowing him to take their students out to create these TikTok videos, because that they too need to be, that whole school needs to have a little faculty meeting about that. Because that's not school. And again, if he's like you said, he's going to do the whole community thing, he should involve the parents. He should talk about the importance, a PSA of the importance of why we involve our parents, especially when we're talking about students in STEM, because STEM is so important, especially for Black kids.
Yeah.
Not a lot of us in it at all. So him being a representative, that would have been so grateful. But I from the beginning, I didn't feel right about this, especially because like I said, I've been through that with a teacher before. I saw what happens when a school teacher gets too close. And I feel bad for the kids, because you sitting here reading those kids' messages, you're sitting there and you can tell they're angry. Think about the mental anguish they probably feel in the back end, that they probably feel like it's their fault. Like, oh my gosh, if we never said anything, our teacher would still be here. And again, it causes a discombobulation amongst the whole ecosystem of the school now, because now your students don't want to cooperate with you because they're mad about you getting rid of their favorite teacher. And it's just too messy.
And look at what Sam said, Dreaming. No, only the kids want his social media. But he said in the video, remember, Sam, that both the parents and the students all like watch his social medias. But Sam also says the kids have his phone number and are texting him. Teachers should have a parent's number, not a kid's phone number. Once again, but see, this is what I'm saying. It's something just don't sit well. You don't want your kids, but you way too invested in other people's kids to not want your own.
Come on now.
To not want your it's something ain't right, baby. Something ain't giving. The math ain't mathing. But once again, I was a C student at best in math, so maybe it's my math. That's the problem.
5 + 5 is making 25, and that ain't right.
Okay. Right. Wow. Okay, hold that thought, Dreaming, because I want to hear this 5-minute video for sure. I want to get Candace in here, and then we can watch this video in full, because now I'm invested. But Candace, are you there, love? I think you're on mute, Candace, if you can hear me, boo. I don't know if this is Candace first. Okay, there you go. Can you hear me?
It is my first time.
Okay, welcome to the platform. Welcome to StreamYard. Uh-oh. I don't think you can hear me. Can you hear me, Candace? You're off mute, so it's something else that is going on. Might be a connection issue. Go on once. Going twice. Okay, mute, unmute. I can see you muting and unmuting. I think I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Don't touch nothing else, Candace. Candace, don't went and touch something damn else, y'all. Can you hear me, Candace? I could hear you at first, but then it went out.
CTV, that's your might's retaliation for what you said about it earlier.
Facts.
I hope I'm okay.
You see how quick that karma reverbs? Okay, so we might have to let Candace figure. Candace, are we gonna give you some time, boo, to figure out your microphone? In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look and a listen to Jake's video, and I'm gonna speed it up a little bit so that we're not here forever dealing with this. Quickest speed. Let's see how this sounds. Oh, wow. He's really giving it up. He's really giving it up. Oh, my. The mannerisms already got me. Okay, let me switch over to my switch mics. It's going to be low volume, you guys. So I have the phones turned up. So a little bit. It's all the mannerisms for me.
Hey, Bessie, I really hope that you see this message. How are you? I hope that you're okay. Our class misses you so much. We really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much. I can't wait for you to come back. I can't believe that taking somebody's hair out is such a big deal. And it makes me so mad that people make little things, big things. I want you to know that the class and others got your back. We will always stand behind you and help for you no matter what happens. We got you. Again, we miss you and we love you so much. I can't wait for you to come back. I wish that this never happened because it feels like we're losing.
Childish.
I'm back soon. Don't be gone too long, because if you're not back by Monday, I know something's up. But anyways, I also made sure that the classroom was clean before we left. Love you, missed you. Love you, miss you. See you later. I'm Mr. White. We've been seeing all this stuff going on, and so has your other former students, and I just want you to know that we're standing with you. I'm literally in my junior year of high school right now, and seeing all this, you were my and many others' favorite teacher. Many of your students and former students are doing our best to advocate for you. You're one of the few teachers that made me
How does he go into these strong cries and then just pulls out? It's like he pulls into a driveway and is zipping out of the driveway at the same time.
Because he took the Tubi crying class. He got his acting skills from Tubi. That's why.
That hard. Tubi acting. Facts.
And not only that you made learning fun and encouraging, at the end of the day, some people won't understand that some adults generally have a good heart. And it comes to dealing with children, and that's probably never going to change. But we know parents, staff, etc. None that there knows that there has never been anything weird going on.
This is blowing me, because I want to know, why is he not interested in the parents?
Yeah.
He should be reading from the parents being outraged. How are the kids even able? I mean, obviously they have his phone number, they have his social medias. He doesn't think this. It just looks even more bizarre that, like, now you're trying to utilize the kids being hurt to reinforce that there's been some injustice done to you. But you're the one who wanted to get the conversation started. And I'm assuming that had your contract actually permitted you to do the things you were doing, you wouldn't be sitting here being fired as a result. So clearly there was some type of a breach of a clause. There was some arguable violation.
Yeah, I agree.
So you allowed the other teachers loving it, the parents loving it, and the students loving it to be conflated with what the hell your boss loved, with what the school board loved. And now you're trying to weaponize the tears and the frustration and the anger and the heartbreak of the students who came to love you as a way to invoke some protest and boycott and outrage. Jake became the star he intended. He wanted to play social media games. Is this all a part of the play? Did he secretly really want this all to happen? Because I just find it so ironic. You wanted to play these conversation games, and now all of a sudden you have become the star of the conversation. It's given Jussie Smollett. It's given I really sabotaged myself and set all this shit up because I am in desperate need to. Maybe there is a real desire to create reform, and there is some type of the desire to create community, but he's willing to go to the extreme, even lie and be disingenuous in his methodology of achieving that. Something is giving me Jussie. Is it just me? Something is giving Jussie Smollett. I'm sniffing out Jussie.
You also made me think of another teacher that was on TikTok that got fired for telling a student won't when the child was coming to him. He was all upset and he simply went won't. But that teacher students protested and he was constantly giving updates. So he may have felt like he could have taken this risk and that he would have got the same type of response as the won't teacher got. Because the school system was trying to get him back because it had caused a whole chaos with the students. They were wearing won't t-shirts and it was a whole thing. So he may have thought he could have had that type of moment, even if he did get fired.
He's mapping this thing out for sure. Educate Me says, no, he's not using the students to gaslight the public. This is sick. Kevin Moore says he needs to be He ain't to be trusted. He will also cry with the children on their shoulders. Jesus Christ. He should have apologized, says Dreaming, to the parents of those children for putting those kids in such emotionally compromise. And this is what I'm talking about. See, a Dreaming getting real with it. This is what we talk about. That's what the real looks like. Jake would have, even if he had clear from all directions to do all of this, him just being a half intelligent person, understanding the optics and human nature of it all, would have still operated according to those basic human nature fundamentals. And he would have resurrected boundaries anyway, even if they would have had to be self-created, even if they weren't reinforced or mandated by any external authority. Because once again, all healthy people know the necessity of boundaries.
Can I say this,
It's not
Conscious?
healthy for ourselves and for our community and those we're in community too. And he just got in there willy. Who the hell calling me? Okay, see, I told him I was gonna be longer than an hour. Now he gonna have to wait until I become complete and have transcended. Go ahead, Perp.
But the other thing I forgot to tell you too, his followers were most likely had tagged him in the video to show him that the girl he was talking to was 16. So like there's a lot of stuff at play here because I've tagged a lot of content creators and different things. So I know his followers most likely tagged him and let him know, hey, this is looking kind of iffy here.
Yeah.
And there's a plenty of teacher content creators that you get to see them interacting with their students. They have really good relationship with their students, but there's no boundaries being breached like this.
Yeah,
And that's the, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But that's the whole problem. He doesn't mind breaching boundaries because like what the other guy was telling you about, he really wasn't breaching boundaries. He just told a student won't because he was like, trying to make an excuse. I think he said for a while why he failed the test or something like that. I don't remember all the ins and outs of it.
Wow.
But
Jake is in his ego a whole lot.
Yeah.
He I was looking through his videos.
And notice he's making sure he's covering his face so you can't see that he's not really crying. And that's the other thing. People can see when you're disingenuous. And yeah, it's not a good look.
It's not. It's completely performative. Alessandra, are you there, boo?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
No, I was gonna say he's in his ego a whole lot. I was scrolling through his videos, and on a couple of his videos, he's spending a lot of time judging parents, saying that parents aren't teaching the kids anything, they're not spending time with the kids, not realizing that, some parents may have, actual jobs to work, depending on where they live. And I think y'all said he was in Michigan or somewhere like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty his students are
Oh,
in
it's the water.
a low economic, tax bracket, and it's just like their parents may have other things to do rather than put like all of their attention into the kids. So I think he's just trying to take up all the time with the kids, spend all the attention with the kids, just fulfill those deficits. And in his ego, he can't understand what people see that he don't see. I like people need to be reminded about what grooming actually is. It's these subtle things that people do intentionally or not that makes people bring down their guard. So kids, like, they grow up and they have this natural instinct. They feel discomfort, and what adults do is they gradually introduce kids into these situations, like Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
touching and isolation and fulfilling vulnerable needs, like being their friends and, offering them advice, just fulfilling the needs that they may not be getting at home. That's what grooming actually is. It's subtle. It seems it seems innocent at first, you
Face
know.
value.
Right.
It's a hidden
So
agenda and ulterior motive. Yeah.
exactly. And he doesn't understand that the adults looking at the situation can see it. He can't see it. He's too stuck in his ego.
Yeah. I want to add to that too, Alessandra, because I forgot, like when you were said that he's his own ego, and he's obviously also trying to like resolve his own childhood trauma because he keeps talking about like, oh, I want to be the teacher I never had. I'm like, Jake, lay on
Right.
my couch, baby, and tell me about your childhood. And now I'm curious to know more about your childhood because something was missing. You're trying to fill a void by like overcompensating when it comes to your role in these kids' lives. And now it has costed you, and you still, to your point, Lysandra, he doesn't see it. He still doesn't
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like he's
that's the
like reliving
problem.
his high school years, you know.
Yeah,
I don't
That's
know how old
yeah.
he is. He
It
may be
sounds
in
like
his
he came
20s.
from parents who abandoned him on some level. Like maybe they all out abandoned him. I don't know whether he was a foster kid. I don't know whether they just emotionally abandoned him, and now he's trying to like show up for these kids in the way that he never had. It seems his show up for him, because I'm just like, even if you didn't have a teacher show up for you the way that you did, what about your parents? Like,
that's so
Exactly.
true.
didn't your parents show up for you, sir? Like
I think that's why he has it out for parents so much, because just in his videos, like I didn't appreciate him,
this is
you know, like in
trauma.
them videos trying to call out parents like this. Like it's more than one side that he's looking at. You got to look at the
Mm,
whole picture.
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, see, this is a multifaceted shit show when it comes to this Jake situation.
Very much.
Now, Nosy in the comment booth, so I'm just catching up too. So I learned a lot of stuff thanks to the Conscious crew, because I had not, I've been on and off social media, all week too. But apparently, this teacher that we all been seeing in the social medias named Jake Lee here, he initially went viral because he had his female students unbraiding his hair in a classroom setting. And then there was controversy behind it. Then he came back with a second video and tried to like corporately clap back and tried to make other people feel crazy for projecting into what he would call innocentness amongst him and his students, that what people are calling inappropriate is really community, blah, 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 blah. And as a result of him defending his actions, sometime following that, his ass ended up actually fired. So now he's back on the internet and he's crying and he's huffing and puffing with these tight ass cornrows and reading messages of these kids who are now not his students, because now he's not a teacher currently. He's unemployed, but his students are still reaching out to him. And he's still communicating with them because apparently they have his phone number. They follow him on social media. Well, what's interesting about his social media life is that obviously he's a grown man. So there's what could be called adult content also that makes up a part of his social media profile. And there was this TikTok challenge that was going on at some point in time where I don't know what it was. I guess women were talking about the type of men that they liked, and the men were shooting their shots in various ways. Well, there was this one TikTok trend where this female who was dressed in a hoodie, she had on tights, she's what looks to be a schoolhouse bathroom, and she says she's into emo boys. And then Jake does a response video with an emo boy hairstyle, basically shooting his shot as an emo kid. But the female in the video allegedly was 16. But then there was a commenter under the Twitter post that was saying that he did not find that out until after the TikTok challenge, that the person that he was responding to was not in fact an adult woman, but was a teenage girl. But to Dream and Edmund's point, after this kind of became a thing, he still kept the video up after allegedly being informed that this is not a grown woman you responded to, this is a teenage girl. And then it also led me to have another conversation indirectly with Jake through social media about how kid friendly and how kid safe really is his content then, because he has said that all the parents follow his social medias and the students follow his social media, and he's presenting himself as somebody who has the total best interest of the kids at heart, but your students are able to watch you be hot and horny on the internet and chase after women who are using their bodies to navigate dating and sex. And this is what you want your female students to see. You want your female students to see women utilize their bodies to get what they want out of men. And he's shirtless.
He's
also
nasty.
in this video. It's just a lot going on.
He nasty.
What's going on?
He
He's
got the
nasty.
forearms out with the tattoos.
Yeah,
I love
like
a
when
man with a good forearm.
what he's talking about emo, like as a grown, I want to know how old he is, because even in my 20s, somebody talking about they emo, I'm gonna assume that they are underage. I'm gonna assume that they are young. Who the
Yeah.
hell, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cuss, but who in their 20s is gonna be like, oh, I'm an emo chick? That's a young girl. He has no excuse. I started off being on his side. I did. I started off like, you know what, maybe he, judged it wrong, yada yada. Nah, after that second video, he is a predator. He's sitting there huffing, puffing. Even in this screenshot, that's a 16-year-old. This is not a grown man. That looks like somebody. That looks like one of my kids. And my oldest is 18 years old. So it's like, this doesn't look like a grown man. This looks like a child.
Yeah.
And his actions, that huffing, boy, what?
All the fake crime.
Like, come on, that's a kid. When you be like, go in the room, you in trouble, da da da.
And then you're reading the outcry of
all that. Like, stop. That's when you be fussing. Stop all that. Go in the room. No.
Sound like he's throwing a tantrum more so than anything.
So just he changed my mind.
Yeah.
Now I was already, when you were talking, I was like, you know what, if this was somebody in LGBTQ and it was whatever, I can understand that aspect. And then I started thinking about, okay, if I had a daughter, what would I feel about this? So I really enjoyed that chat because it did make me think. But once I seen that second video, I was done with him. And that's what I said to you. I was like, you know what? You being fair, and I appreciate that, but I'm done with him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't blame you, because I look, this is a Black educator. I know that it's rough, and I want to give him the benefit.
I wanted to.
Like, he's not helping us at all.
Yes.
Those young male coaches in my high school, they were getting fresh with the girls. We were falling for it.
Look, and let me be even more honest. Let me take.
But they wasn't on there with their shirt off, and that's
and
what makes it wild.
And this is why I was saying what I was saying earlier about, like, Jake doesn't realize it's just like, okay, like these are not your kids. These are like young people, and yes, they are coming of age, and they're in the height of their puberty. They're in the height of self-discovery too. You would be, and see, this is a part of his immaturity, or maybe it's intentional, I don't know. But you have to be really fucking gullible and just completely deaf tone to believe that these young girls are not in some way frolicking over you in their minds. Like, you would like to completely just remove that altogether. You don't have to believe that they lead with it. You don't have to believe that that's at the forefront of their brain. But to act like it's not there somewhere, that is possible, that these young girls who are also coming into their own sexuality are going to be interested in the opposite sex or the same sex or whatever attraction they are, that they're in that space of young personness, is also not looking at you, pretty good looking guy, and they happen to have access to your social media, where you happen to also parade around with your shirt off. You happen to have some sexual like content up. And so now they know what you're working with and are able to have those visuals put into their inner database. And then for you not to understand that the boundaries now also protect you from them. because you don't know, once again, what that looks like for any of these girls. And to assume, because you just want to placate to idealism and fantasy, and you want to act like this is a Mr. Rogers and a Cosby show. Well, we saw how that worked out for Cosby. We saw how that worked out for Cosby. like you like to dismiss all of that and to not understand that in some way you have to look at yourself as in danger too, because you just don't want to miscommunicate or have these girls misread anything, considering that they are young, impressionable women who are coming of age, and you are not exempt from being able to be a part of their fantasies, a part of their crush, a part of their whatever. And by them being able to get all up in your underarms and all up in your neck and all up in your head and just all up on you and breathe all on you and talk to you on the phone and text you, it's just like, come on,
too much.
like, you have
Because
to
we used to rank them.
you have to be an idiot to just discount that. And it's not like sexualizing them. It's about being 100 with your damn self. Like I was a teenager. We left it after our teachers. Yes, we passed our classes. Yes, we did our work. And we also wanted to fuck the art teacher too.
Oh no, I ain't gonna lie, my art teacher.
Too.
I feel like he knew what he was doing.
Come on.
He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
He did.
Yeah, he sat there with his shirt off, and that girl in that picture did not look, to me at least, she didn't look grown. And to me, any teacher, you're a teacher, you're a professional. That's like you know what I mean? You're a professional. You should know, okay, wait, I don't know how old this girl is. I mean, what are you doing?
And my thing too is, I think Nosy Ho brought it up too. I saw in the comments, was that if you're going to have a social media geared towards what you do with the kids in the classroom, okay,
yeah, and that's fine.
That's one thing. But to sit here and combine your whole entire everything, like you got yourself, like you said earlier, shirtless. You got your videos with your dog. It's too much overlapping going on, and that's where you get yourself effed up. Period. And there's no reason why you thought yourself as a black man was going to sit here, not even if he wasn't a man, like, because women have been getting in trouble at high rates as of lately because of the very inappropriate relationships with kids.
Yeah.
But to think that you as a black person in general was going to get away with something like that, and then you're going to sit there and you're not even going to apologize. Like, what pisses me off, you're doubling down on
That's what's crazy.
You're literally getting dragged but he wants that. That's what pisses me off, because he wants it. He wants these 15 minutes. And it's not going to be worth anything.
To not even apologize is wild.
But here's the other thing too. He could have easily have made a separate TikTok account for the adults and kept it completely separate from his professional side with the kids.
Yeah.
As easy as it is to make a TikTok account, I can make one while I'm sitting here talking to y'all. Stop playing. It's not hard to make another account. He just chose not to because he thinks he's smarter than everybody else.
Yeah.
Yep. And he thinks nobody can clock his audacity to be as trifling, as dusty as he's been.
No, he know everything. He got all his degrees and stuff.
And he's talking such a soft voice. That means he's safe. F all that.
And that's why I kept saying he's in his Drake energy, because the whole reason Drake is going through what he's going through is because his ego made him write some checks that his butt couldn't cash.
Oh.
And now he's reaping what he sowed.
Oh, Ho.
The instant karma is hitting hard. Karma is not playing with these people. It's just like, oh, you want to play a game? Okay. You about to get a acceptance letter to fuck around and find out university.
I wonder
That's what's about to happen.
The school has made a statement, though. I would like to see them. I don't want to drag this all out, but I want to see the school made a statement, because I feel like that's so important to kind of set the tone of, okay, moving forward is how we're going to handle stuff like this, because this could be a catalyst to how other schools handle situations like this. A lot of teachers are moving to social media to make that extra coin. Well, they're making memes about how they treat their students, talking crap to their students, making hip hop videos to their students, whatever. this could be a catalyst to kind of stop blurring those lines, because you cannot keep using these kids for content. Period. Stop. And people are already getting in trouble for filming on a job in general. You're filming on a job and then you're using kids for content. Where we're gonna stop? We're gonna put that line and put that boundary down and say, okay, stop doing it. This is too far. And is he gonna be the reason why it becomes too far? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you know what? He's trying to but see, now that he's out on the rocks, but he's also kind of a troll, and he is also obviously wanting to be a content creator. Jake is clever enough and smart enough to lean into this, and he's going to try to pioneer this shit. He's really going to try to push the envelope. He's going to be the reason it's going to go to the Supreme Court. He's going to be the reason why it's going to escalate, and that's why he's already now trying, and that's why he's using the kids. He's using the kids, thinking that it appeals to the emotional aspect of this feel-good story of this teacher with this pure heart who was fired on unjust ground. And look at how
that's what I'm saying, boy. Bye.
And now look at how the community has been destroyed, and look at how the kids have been destroyed, and look at
Jake. Bye.
They need strong black leaders.
Right, he's gonna lean into all that shit, all that war shit.
We know too much now. All this information going around.
It's something wrong. Yeah, to me, it's something wrong. It's that huffing and puffing, the fact that he was only reading children's messages, no adults. This, to me, I don't know what to really say. I don't want to put him in a little box or try to diagnose him, but it just seems, why are you so oriented with children? Why don't you have any type of relation to adults? Like, to me, I would read the adults' comments. Why are you still focused on children? Why are you sitting there? I mean, I don't want to. It's weird. This dude is weird.
The children are agreeing with him. That's why
he is
children
weird.
Don't know any better.
Yeah, y'all missing the point. He's trying to do his Mother Teresa thing, and then we also found out Mother Teresa was trash as well.
And her racist ass.
Not only racist, honey. If you wanted to take a tour of hell, Mother Teresa had the bed for you, honey.
I find that, to me, I find that alarming. Is a grown, now that's why I want to know how old he is, because I find it alarming for if he's 25 or something like that. Why do you remind me of a teenager? Why do you relate so much with teenagers? Why don't you have common sense enough to know you are a teacher? And you're like, this is should be normal thoughts.
I think, yeah, but you know what though? I think that we put it together, and his own like talking points have filled us in. A part of this is his own childhood trauma, and he's also stuck at the age of that abandonment, and that's why he identifies so strongly with them kids, and why he's also so immature in his emotional development like them. And even now, to everybody's point, the crying, it gives you like 8-year-old
kid,
like huffing and puffing and stomping his feet and
throwing the fit.
Yeah, and being able to have those extreme like emotion, and then being able to like quiet it up. But then,
and that's why he's preying on these little kids, because a grown woman will be like, blocked. You huffing, you puffing.
Now we know why now we know that, and now we know why he ain't got no woman to undo.
That's why he ain't got no money to take down his braids. You huffing and puffing, acting like the block. I will never, but a young girl, she doesn't know that. And I think he is a predator, and he needs to go do something else. He don't need to be no teacher.
Now hold on,
you
y'all.
don't want to give him his bottle and give him his blinky.
Wait,
no, he needs to go and do something else. He needs to take up IT, construction. There's other jobs that he can do. He don't need to be around kids.
Now hold on, y'all.
I'm Jake as a cradle.
Hold on. I will say that now. I get y'all trying to tap into his traumas and make it make sense. I'm sorry.
But it's not an excuse or a dreaming. All we're doing is
It's
just,
not. I know it's not. But
it's only an explanation, but not an excuse.
I'm just calling cap on the whole thing. I'm not even trying to.
Yeah, I don't even think it's. I just don't. I personally don't even think it's that. I don't even think it's some type of trauma thing. I just generally think that he knows that's the market. He tried to use his dog. Clearly, he tried to use other avenues via. If you look at his social media, all his other videos, he tried to use other avenues to
You're
get to
trying to
garner
whistle blow.
attention.
Yeah.
The most viral stuff is going viral, especially for a teacher, is interacting with your students. So if he makes it seem like, oh yes, I'm so sympathetic with these students, they need me, I'm their savior, I'm their safe place. Everybody wants that, especially from a Black man. That looks even better. That looks better on his part. So I don't think it's more so that he's trying to fill an empty hole, empty space. I think it's just that he saw a lucrative opportunity, took it. It kind of got out of hand. He thought he could control it, but it didn't go his way.
That sounds like a narcissist. Or
But
to
that's
me, I think
dangerous,
that
though.
he is
That's where pedophiles
a
like to
predator.
hide.
I think he's a pedophile, and I
Me
didn't think that
too.
at first. Yeah, he's a
Right.
pedophile. Something's wrong
I
with this
also
dude.
think he's trying to tap into the trauma bonding community.
Yes, exactly.
Because
yeah,
his behavior is so over the top and so phony. Like,
too
I
much.
have you know how it is, CTV. You and me both cut from the same cloth. We highly allergic to bullshit, and this is straight bullshit.
Straight bullshit. So let's continue to watch a little bit more of this because I'm just curious to know how much. And then I want to get into some of these because some people on social media are commenting, and the comments are interesting, and they're aligning with a lot of things that we're saying up here too. But let's listen to a little bit more of this.
Knows that there has never been anything weird.
Let me switch over my microphone so y'all can hear.
The people that actually matter knows where your heart is. That's all that matters. During COVID, you quite literally helped me through my 8th grade year by just being an adult I knew I could go to if I was having any problems. Continue being you, and don't let anyone change that. For the GOAT. What's up, Mr. White? I know that your situation may not be looking the best, but just know that you'll get through it, and we all know your real intentions. Remember,
Childish.
Remember your Bruce Lee quote. Remember your Bruce Lee quote.
I'm sorry. Goodbye, Jake.
CTV, maybe he wants to be on Zeus. Maybe that's what it is.
You have an emotional reaction to anything someone says or does to you. You should not be controlled by him.
The dog is trying to lick the bullshit off.
Look, the dog is like.
The dog is trying to lick the bullshit.
The dog was like, I see you trying to reach out to all these tortoises, so I'm going to be the animal lover. So
like, sir. The dog is like, you just ran this play on the landlord last week.
He didn't cute that dog up.
You just ran this play, Jake, on the Repo Man 2 weeks ago.
The dog is like, I'm sorry, you a pedophile. I don't know.
Oh, you petty? No, I'm sorry, you're a PD file. I can't.
He told Credit Karma. I need a loan.
Jake is coming to a theater near y'all. Believe it.
It's
Jake
too
from
much.
State Farm.
He gonna be on the next Tyler Perry.
No,
He
Tubi,
got
baby.
it, baby. He got it. He got it.
If he can even, Tubi, if he can even get that Tyler Perry role.
Have y'all seen the parody about Tyler Perry that's coming out?
Oh,
No.
God.
It's called Not Another Church Tyler Perry Movie.
Oh yeah, I
Something
seen
like
that
that.
commercial. I seen that commercial.
And it has a lineup CTV. It got Jamie Foxx in it, Kyla Pratt.
And scene.
It's like everybody in Hollywood came out to say they don't like him.
Hey.
Wow. All right, so we got 1 more minute to go.
Okay. We're gonna make it through.
Hold it together, Jake.
We hope that you're doing well during these tough times. We wanted to let you know that we appreciate you as a teacher, as our teacher, and we hope the best for you in your future. We hope you come back, and we want you to keep your head up, like Tupac said. We appreciate you of you. We cleaned up your class. Thank you for all that you do for us. Don't listen to those haters. We love you, Mr. White. Lock in before we tweak out. P.S. We also fed your kids for you. and my kids are my animals that are at the school, and logging before I tweak out is something I say to them to get on my nerves. So thank you.
Wow. Wow.
Did you catch the 40 Didn't I
Them
hear him
fake
say
cries.
BS instead of PS?
Drop a tear.
Wow.
Do y'all see?
Just
Okay, and then Dreaming
here.
Edmund, I love her comment. She said, "Someone just said this. I'll repeat it. Notice how there hasn't been an adult that knows him personally to come forward in his defense. Like not one. It's all these little kids. Like what's going on?
That's all intentional. It's all intentional manufactured bullshit. Okay, so this is from Black Enterprise, right?
His defense. I'm just gonna come.
Ain't nobody because it's something wrong. It's something wrong. And
Something
that's
is
why
not right in the buttermilk.
Yeah.
Something
The milk
isn't.
ain't clean, honey.
It's not.
So this came from blackenterprise.com. Black TikTok teacher ruffles social media feathers with video of students unbraiding his hair, gets a conversation started. And I want to read some of the quotes from some of the ex-members. So Black parents tap in. Would you be okay with your daughter unbraiding her teacher's hair? Is it appropriate? A user asked the Black Twitter community. One user said, I think a bond between an educator and their students can be a wonderful thing. We all agree. However, I believe boundaries are necessary, and there are plenty of team building exercises or games that can establish this and doesn't require touching beyond a high five or a half church hug, she added. Facts. Somebody, it goes on to say that many weighed in, including a former teacher who believed the exchange wasn't that serious. According to the former teacher, Lee, quote, clearly has built strong and trusting relationships with his students. Everything isn't a red flag for something more sinister, they added. Another called out Lee for allowing students to do his hair in the classroom as if they were close friends or related. They also brought attention to the issue teachers would have if a student did another student's hair in class. Quote, he's not chilling with his little siblings, cousins. He's at work, they said. Quote, it's bad enough he's doing this on work time, but young girls can be impressionable, and this is somewhat intimate and way too personal. If a student started doing another student hair in class, would that be okay? Hours after the video made its rounds across social media, one ex-user claimed that her younger sister was one of the students in the video and said that she and others had to write statements to the school with the possibility of Lee facing termination, which obviously this happened prior to termination. Quote, I'm watching this and didn't even realize that's my little sister in the background, she wrote. She said that he's her favorite teacher, but today they were all forced to write statements and he may get fired. So what's interesting about her wording is the word forced. They were forced to write statements. Forced by what pressure? What was the force?
Yeah, that's a good
After the hair video, Lee responded with the video explaining why he wouldn't have an issue with his daughter taking braids out of her male teacher's head. He also shared another where he allowed his student to paint his nails. Lee said it was his way of supporting the student's dreams of becoming a nail technician. How about put them through a nail tech class, talk to their parents about their dreams? Like, there's appropriate avenues for this. Lee has a narcissism. He wants to be the recipient. Yeah, like he wants to be the recipient. It this is a part of some type of narcissism that may have actually developed out of some type of childhood trauma, but because there also is a narcissism there is this shallow superficiality even to the things that he does that appear at surface to be virtuous and communal, when in all actuality it's really about Jake. It's really about Jake.
Yeah,
it's about him.
Every post
it's about him.
And the fact that he didn't even delete that other post after he found out it was a child.
And let's watch that again.
I don't know what else I don't even want to delve into what else will make somebody not delete that. But to me, just off of a surface, that's some covert narcissism.
It's
The
scary.
fact that he posted this, people, all these young girls taking down his hair. Like at first, I didn't think that until that
Yeah.
second video when he was doing. I'm like, there's something wrong with this dude. And you can see it, you know. And then when you go to the post with the girl, when you look at her, she does not look old enough. Like to me, she doesn't look in her 20s, you know. So to me, I just think something's wrong with here. Something
And the
is
bathroom and the bathroom arguably could be that of a school. I mean, it also
looked
could.
like
I mean, in all fairness, it also could be the bathroom of any public facility. It
But
could
as a
be a
teacher, he
restaurant.
should have recognized a school.
You
Like
know,
you go
but
there every day and you don't know what a school
but
bathroom.
on
He knew. He knew.
But now that I'm looking at her face, she actually look.
She
I
looked
mean,
like a little kid, right?
yeah, she actually looks like a teenage girl. She don't even look like
Gotta hide
Yeah,
her
she does
face.
not
Gotta do this
look
challenge real
even
quick.
in her 20s. You
Like, let's
know,
put it on her
that's that
face.
age where you be like, I don't know. That girl looks young. And
That's a
that
little
should have been
girl.
off limits for him if he was a
That's a little
grown man. That ain't something wrong with this dude. And he needs to not. I didn't agree with him being fired at first, but
Yeah.
after seeing all this stuff, he does not need to be working around kids. He's sitting there with his shirt off, with students on his page, reacting to somebody's butt. Goodbye. Goodbye.
This is Mr. Online. This is Mr. All About the Kids.
That's child.
They
You know,
focus it,
you're a teacher, child. Can you imagine if you went on your, you just went on your Facebook and this is your child's teacher with that emo wig and reacting to somebody's butt?
Let's look through his TikTok
You
and see
know?
what else is there.
It's a lot of him being shirtless, talk to his dog and stuff.
He's almost at 700,000 followers. 28.4 million likes. This is the crime video. Okay, so he's posted since being terminated.
Know. You know, the kids should not know he's tatted up or whatever he work out. I mean, you should be able to see maybe with his shirt on, but we shouldn't be able to see him with his shirt off.
I mean, but he's online showing his whole ass in that collaboration video. It's like you just really with the shit.
It's crazy. It's crazy when you know kids follow you. Like it would be different if you didn't know, like your students followed you or whatever. This is a little secret account. It's my little Finster or whatever.
Cool Secret Chronicles.
Yeah, it's just like you got students following you. You're posting this. You need to go.
When the teacher becomes the student, he says. I told you this man is living through. He's living through something.
Yeah, this is not right.
Yeah, he's not all well.
Yeah,
there's no way all the students are getting consent from unless he's trying to say that, you know how, I don't know if you guys have kids or whatever. I don't have a kid, but I just remember that you can sign consent forms in general if the school is filming something. But I wonder if the parents know that he's actually putting them on his social media separately, like it's a whole separate entity.
That would be that would be a part of the problem, and that would be where the criticism of the parents come into play, because it's their jobs to be on it. Like if you're going to allow your child to be up under someone and allow them to be subscribed to someone, it's your job to be well informed. It was their job to sit their ass on his social medias and look through everything before they even greenlit.
Before they even add him or let their kid add him. That's right.
I wouldn't be surprised if because he's a smooth talker. Obviously, he has a nice soft voice. He uses nice, great vocabulary.
Be charming.
Exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised if they heard him speak about like, oh yes, da da da, and they're like, oh okay, that's fine, cool.
Yeah, and they probably see the majority of it because they didn't do all the. They clearly either they did all the work and just didn't care and saw nothing actually wrong with it, or they just scrolled through enough. But for the most part, took him at face value and knew that the children felt good about him and called it a day.
I can see that. Because I feel like if this was I have boys, so I'm trying to put myself into the shoes of a parent of a girl. And if I seen this, to me, I don't know about this. This don't look right. But if I was like, okay, well, he's just young. Like, he's a cool teacher. He's maybe I can see. I don't know, but
And
I
let's
just
be
think that this
clear.
don't look right.
Let's be clear. Look at this damn man. No wonder. No wonder. No wonder the female parents ain't got a problem. They throwing them draws out of the van window at this man's face.
The whole
But you
sleeve.
gotta
I
think
mean,
about your girl.
the teenagers ain't the only one who wouldn't put a comb to that damn scalp.
But you gotta think about your babies.
Don't forget daddies. The daddies probably
The
doing
daddies too, baby, with the shit.
Okay, it's some daddies.
The daddies too. Right. They ass up in her too, honey.
They looking for a little excitement. So.
He everybody's favorite. Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Where, if you keep scrolling through there, where is any other interaction besides with his dog, his himself?
Girl, he corny. Nobody else gonna interact with him.
That's what I'm saying. That there's something. I wonder if he is like, not to get too deep, if he's like a loner and this is what his life is like. Where are the adults?
I think that's why he interacts with little kids like that.
Yeah.
Because I think that this bull that he's pulling, most grown women or grown adults, they won't go for it. When I'm sitting here looking through this don't look right at all. When he was huffing and puffing on that second video, any grown adult would be like, what the hell? You know, I think that's why he does not have any adults that had his back. He has no adult really content. The only people he had to read that had his back was little kids.
But you know what's so funny though? But obviously though, those kids, well, you know, you're right, because the young woman who claimed to have been the sister of one of the girls who was in the video said that her sister, like, that the kids are being forced to write these letters. But see, that's what I'm curious. Is it the parents forcing? Because I'm thinking the parents would have to be in on this, which means that they also are okay with maybe them not knowing he's using the kids in his bullshit. And they're like, yes, let's have them write letters. Let's like, we're totally gonna have your back. And you know what's so funny about this interesting relationship between the parents, because if this is like in a low income situation, this is an urban school, etc., then these parents, unfortunately, are going to stand behind him because he's willing to take up a certain level of parenting that they don't want to. Maybe because they work too much. Maybe because they don't, to somebody else's point earlier, they don't have the time. They have two other kids. They got to work all day. And so this guy seemingly playing stepdad to the girls. And matter of fact, where are the boys? If this is all female schools, but even back to the parents. So the parents are going to allow their need for help to justify them not being critical in their observations and in their standards. They're going to use, well, we need the help. He's a good guy. He's taking up time with the kids. So, hey, we let him do what he do. And then as a result, not that Mr. Jake is doing anything inappropriate, but it's just like you missed the marker as a parent. And this is how young people end up in the belly of the beast. Right. Because you're too busy worrying about or prioritizing just simply having somebody fill the space, and you're not really putting on your you're not putting your brain on landscape mode because you're stuck in selfie mode, looking at your immediate needs as a parent, whether you're a single parent or whether you have a partner, but y'all are just overwhelmed. It's a lot going on. There's a lot of kids. It's a lot of bills. It's a lot of whatever. Y'all in survivor mode, and anybody who's willing to play Mr. Rogers is fine. I'm disappointed in these parents. I'm so disappointed in them because it's just like, come on.
But he turned around and called him out for that.
And he's just using the kids like he didn't even mention the damn parents. Like, I mean, the parents are like just like side characters. It's like he's able to just
He's using those kids for content. That's the moral of the story. And
He's using them for content. He's using them for his battle with
right.
the school board. I mean, totally got the kids and these parents wrapped around his finger.
Yeah, he's a user. You know what? When you said the forced statements, my perception of the forced statement is this is a potentially inappropriate interaction. So what I think they're writing, what they experienced in the situation.
Yeah.
But that's how I interpreted it.
But look at all these videos he got up. Self-care. I mean, fine. But I don't. Do your students need to see?
Oh, he's so
you half naked, rubbing cream on your face with your tattoos and your mouth, dude, and once again, girls. I mean, not to mention hell. I mean, some of the young boys could be same gender loving. I mean, it's just
he wants to be a thirst bucket. I mean, he wants to be a star. He wants to be a star, and that's fine. But you don't cross those boundaries.
He was just in the towel. He was just in the towel.
Your job.
You couldn't be half naked like this. Not
Look at this. Look at this. He knows what he's doing. Look at this. This is just like he does enough to like be for it to be argued that he's not doing anything at all. Like he treads that line of like
that's manipulative.
Like I'm gonna do enough to where it could be argued that I'm not doing. Y'all are self-imagining. Y'all are projecting into this. We're crazy. We're projecting into.
Ain't nobody
Look how
crazy.
sensitive I am. Look how your self-care. Look how evolved I am. That's what he's saying. So that's how they get you with the sucking you into their trap so they can take advantage of you. You know.
So I wonder. So then, if he thinks that this is student-friendly content, that I wonder if he would be equally approving if one of his 14, 15-year-old female students did a video of her in the bathroom doing a self-care, sitting in her bra and panties, putting on a facial mask and with a towel wrapped around her waist with I just want to it's like,
or
sir,
one
come
of his
on.
female colleagues. She couldn't get away with that. They crucify teachers for having bodies.
That's true. And also, you notice the content shift. Like, you notice like how these videos are all him doing this, and then his later videos, his recent videos are all the kids now. I'm telling you, he tried to do the whole I'm sexy, I got a nice bike, I got a dog, I live by myself, I got a dog, I'm hot, I'm cute.
I'm a bachelor.
And now it's all about
I'm soft, I'm involved.
I'm for the kids, I'm supporting the kids. That it's all for like he shifted his content. And look at it, check his views too. Check his views. His views increase when he starts showing the kids, or did they decrease from what he had before?
Let me see. So this video here is 23,000 views. Let's see what I want to. Okay, this video though is only 1,000, and it doesn't involve the kids.
Is he
Let's see
talking
what that
about
self-care
some
video
right there for the Santa Claus? Play that.
Where the Santa Claus? Where the Santa Claus at?
That one here, the red shirt.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. What was he saying?
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Okay, so he's cursing in this one, and this was just last year.
Telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
Okay, I thought he was trying to say it was inappropriate.
No, that's from the trend of when the lady was on the plane.
Yeah, the airplane.
Yeah,
that's what that was from.
How many views does that one have? The one with his dog? Because I'm trying to
the
see.
one with the dog. Has 105,000. 100,000. Oh no, hold on. What? Yeah, 100,000 views.
So he.
But see, TikTok's algorithm is off the chain like that. The ones with the student though, but this one the student got 400, almost 500,000 compared to that 100,000.
Get him more views.
Yeah.
And that's why he shifted his content towards less about him and his dog.
You're right. Because this one with the music is only 26. This one with the dog is only 28. But this one with the students fighting is almost 300,000.
What's that? There's a 989,000, almost millions with the yellow. That
Over
one.
here.
Yeah, what's that one?
I need to see you actually doing, let me see, replying to Cassie in the stance, girl. I don't know what these TikTok challenges are, so I'm clueless.
Oh, he's in school. See?
Yeah.
His school content got him more views, so he shifted his content focus to the children, which got him even more views. And that's what he did. He said, I can't just do it by myself. I can't do it with my shirtless pictures and my dog. So
and my self-care.
And my self-care. So I'm shifting to the children, which is why I'm just like, heartstrings. That's what makes sense, because that's what's popular right now.
Look at this one in the classroom, 4.5 million.
Come on now.
4.5
We figured him out, y'all.
I've been saying this from the beginning. There's nothing. This man, it's not. It was never about the kids.
So he's going to use the kids
to get money
to martyr. He's going to use. Let me tell you, he's about to be on his Dr. King shit. He's going to use the heartbreak of the kids to fuel his mission.
Sick.
So how long has he been using the kids? So how long? How old is that history?
He go with this shirt, honey. He goes with the sex symbol
with the children. Look, there's a break. Oh no.
He tries to go back to the original content, but the girls don't care. The girls don't care.
He wants to be a genuine so bad.
But it's just giving fuckboy energy. Because it comes off so unauthentic that you just like, boy, bye.
Like he tried so hard to do his dog with his dog and his.
It's reeking of desperation, and people are not feeling that.
And look at the grown women. I mean, well, look, I don't even know if these are grown women. Look at Jasmine. You fine as hell. Look at another woman. I love his tattoo so much. Yeah, he knows these are things that generate a certain response from the feminine energy, like the muscles, the tattoos, the bad boy, the masculinity of it all. I mean, of course he does what he does, but I'm just trying to understand, kid-friendly content or what? I mean, like, what is
absolutely not. That's why his ass got fired.
Yep. Bam. People learning lessons like that every day. Every day. They keep pushing up those boundaries until they fall over. And that's exactly what he did.
And last
he was
year,
playing algorithm musical chairs is what he was doing. He was trying to hit different niches and see which one would stick for him.
Right. Look at the 20, 14.
Is that
13.
more hair?
And the kids stick. You can use the kid, be trying to be a role model for the kids, especially as him as a black man, seeming softer, calmer towards the kids, and that's gold right there. That's gold, and that's exactly what he struck. And now he looking stupid.
Try and hit the gentle parenting people too, because he's got a soft voice and stuff.
He's a narc, and now he's got what he deserved.
He sure did.
He's full of crap.
Wow, this is so crazy.
It's so inauthentic.
My gut never felt right about him. That whole everybody was like, "Oh, it's innocent. He just taking down the hair." I don't care, bro.
No.
You're in school. I'm not sending my child to go to school, take down your hair, play in your hair and stuff.
Yeah, because I'm sorry. We all know because I think that what we're all basically trying to explain is that we all know the difference. We know the difference between authentic and inauthentic. And sometimes the difference between authentic and inauthentic is just it's just in your intuition. Because the inauthentic can look so close to the authentic and real thing. The counterfeit can look so close. So the devil is going to be in the details of it all. And this guy, now that we're kind of exploring trauma, narcissism, the personality type, we're reading in between the lines, we're putting it all together. Now that I go back to the initial video that went viral with the kids, once again, it can be argued that it's it's yet his biggest display of narcissism, because it was just he had this harem of women around him. you know, catering to him, taking care of him, calling it community. Community would be showing you taking care of them.
Thank you.
Amen to that.
You are the teacher. You're the one who's pouring into them. It wouldn't be showing them taking care of your black ass.
Right.
As a grown ass man.
Yep.
They're sitting around in the droves.
Where are the other people? Where is him besides?
One of them should have just been feeding his ass grapes.
Where?
For God's sake.
But here's the other alarming. I'm sorry. Here's the
go
other
ahead.
alarming thing that I noticed too. He's faking emotions that he thinks is appropriate for the situation.
Right.
So that's letting me know that he's a walking red flag. Because if he's faking it here, that's exactly what it's giving.
Man, so
and so if he's faking it, you just better be careful with him because he can turn on a dime on you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. It's just like you got so many needs as a man. Why don't you have a woman in your like? Why you don't have a companion, sir? You got so many needs. Like you need your hair done,
Where's his friend?
You ain't got time for this and that. This is why you need a partner. Your kids are not your partner.
Where's his family? Where are his friends?
Oh, I should say these kids, your students, because once again, this is your job.
He's a user. He's a user.
He's the reason why women choose the bear.
I know that's right. Every day.
And this reminds me, there's a teacher named Cassandra. I can't remember her last name starts with a W. Was a black woman. She was very famous on TikTok for a while for having this cool little friendship with her students. They will later find out months later. This happened sometimes last year. She was actually messing with one of those students. There's one particular student she always showed on her TikTok, and she was like, "Oh, he always playing with my hair, whatever, da da da." And then they found out that the whole time she was messing with him. And everybody tried to defend her. They're just like, oh, it's innocent. Like, she's cool. She's a cool teacher. She's cool with her students. Like, they need, because the black role model situation, the black savior situation, just to find out she was messing with that little boy. And he was in 9th grade. 9th. And she knew him prior. She was a teacher prior. So she was his 8th grade teacher. So, like, stuff like that always makes me weird when it comes to content like this. And I just don't like that whole teachers bashing parents online. And I don't like this whole trying to be a savior complex and using kids. If it wasn't showing those kids' faces, I probably would have felt differently.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're showing these kids' faces, you're not even blurring their faces out. You're not taking any type of protocol to save those kids on the internet, knowing how many predators out there.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, and it could be because somebody might be somebody.
Yeah. Hey, listen here. R. Kelly walking around like
just a man in the mirror.
Look, did you notice the video you scrolled past of a predator holding another predator? Did you notice that?
Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that one apex creature to another.
Wasn't it nice how they were bonding together?
We got questions now. Why is this man single? He's a working man. He's a career man. He's beloved by his community. He's obsessed with children. He's obsessed with children, but don't want none of his own. He got a lot. He got needs. He got things that need to be done for him, but doesn't have a partner. It seems.
Killing that needs.
But you know what? I don't think a partner is an end all be all too.
No, it's not. But it's like, but you need a partner if you need my 14-year-old. If you need 5 14-year-olds to unbraid your hair.
But what's more concerning is that he doesn't have anybody else in his pictures. He doesn't have a friend. He doesn't have a mama. He doesn't have a neighbor.
He did have this one woman. He does have this one woman. I don't know whether she's a girlfriend. I think I scrolled past the video. It was like a girl holding the camera. Let me see.
There it is.
But they're all
there it is.
They're all like 95%.
This is sister.
You like his sister.
Oh.
Yeah. Look-alike channel. So yeah, there's no friends, there's no homeboys, there's no homegirls, there's no girlfriend, there's no boyfriend, seemingly no
Okay.
life. He just has a dog.
Right.
Not to be
That is
fair.
trying to tell that was trying to eat the microphone and tell him to get his ass off the goddamn internet.
No. He's like, stop playing. We know you don't cry.
Get
That's
your
because
ass off
people
the
can
internet.
Now who that lady? That's his sister again.
Who?
Hold on, go back. That dog is so pretty. Sorry.
Yeah. No, wait. That he is. The dog is.
Oh shit! What happened? Oh.
Oh, Bill. Gross. I hope that dog's okay.
Hold on. Oh man.
Damn, I done had to go all the way back. Yeah.
She was wearing braids or something.
She was wearing braids. It might have been his sister again. And then
he met Hooters. Talk that Hooters. Yeah, I saw that one.
yeah, he got a green screen in that one. Hooters Raider. Okay, I think we get.
He been on social media for a hot minute. He been trying to get famous.
Yeah, he been here for a
Exactly.
long time.
He been trying to hit something to hit jackpot, and now he going viral for this.
So I wonder how long. Does anybody know how long he's been teaching? Is this like is he a fairly new teacher?
He's new teacher because he said he was a sub 4 years ago.
He had to
4
be.
years ago. Okay.
Stupid. You just can't like going through all that school just
to be fired because you couldn't keep your. You just couldn't
there
keep.
you go. There go that video.
Her. Okay, let me see. This probably is a reaction video. It looked like. Yeah, I think it's Stitch with Korea Brew. Don't shoot the messenger. So this seems to be a collaboration video.
If you claim you love animals, but you still eat animals.
Oh.
He one of them.
Yeah. Collaboration video. Of course she wasn't.
What's something you'll get a lot of hate for if you say it out loud?
If you claim you love animals, but you still eat animals.
Oh, boo.
I sure will.
Is I
love my chicken. Shoot.
It really frustrates
Mhm.
me.
I love to go moo.
Animals and animal advocates.
Oh no, you can have that moose
cluck,
stuff.
cluck.
Huh?
I'll eat the lamb too. Mhm.
I just want to know what the administration gonna do. Like, I just need to know are they gonna make a
Yeah,
statement
I'm
public or
curious.
what?
Does anybody know the name of the school? I'm about to see if I can pull up some more information about. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can pull up some more information.
He didn't come up in my algorithm.
Also, side note, CTV,
Mhm.
a little video idea because I've been seeing this discourse on Twitter. A lot of people are bringing up the Ruby Rose interview from when she was 21, name dropping men in the industry who tried to speak to her when she was she kept saying younger, but she was 21 at the time. So how much younger was she? And a lot of people think she was like between 14 and 17 when these men were trying to talk to her. And so the discourse I was kind of highlighting more so was that the fact that a lot of men were like, well, little girls, they groom they groom and they seduce these grown men. And a lot of the women are just like, how does a grown man get seduced by a child? And then also the fact that how these men are conflating a grown woman versus a child. And when you can clearly see that Ruby Rose was a child at the time. So
okay, and this is an interview that's on the internet. Like it's an interview, or it's on TikTok. You said,
if I can find,
if you find it, send it to me.
I'll send it to you
because I've heard that type of language, like people saying, "Oh, like these kids be seducing these adults too." I'm like, but
no, they don't.
Isn't that what kind of separates the boys from the men, the girl from the women? Is that like these are adults who should have the morality and the discipline and the wherewithal to control their impulses and to obviously object to these experiences? Like, yes, I mean, to be completely honest and fair, once again, everybody that I was raised up, we were off the chain. But we were young. We didn't make distinctions between our adult crushes and the crushes we had on our peers. Like, if somebody was attractive to us as young people, they were just attractive to us. So we dated people, like we dated our own age, and then we also dated adults. Like, I was a 17-year-old dating a 32-year-old man. But I would not argue that first of all, I didn't seduce him. He actually came on to me, and he did not care that I was 17 when I told him I was 17, even though the legal age in what's kind of fucked up, what is fucked up about it all is that I was technically the age of consent. So my parents wouldn't have even been able to charge him legally because the age of consent was 16 or 15 in the state of South Carolina at that time. But not only did he come on to me, I just don't subscribe to this idea that young people can seduce an adult. Any well-to-do adult would, once again, resist and should have the capability to avoid and not placate to that. And then has the added responsibility, if they find themselves in a situation where there is a young person who is attempting to appeal to them in that way, to leave that situation altogether. Like, it's up to the adult to completely push themselves away out of that situation. You cannot put the onus on a young person. You can't, because young people are going to do whatever they do, and they don't make those type of distinctions. So it's always been weird to me hearing that type of language, that young people can seduce, or children can seduce, teenagers can seduce. And I'm not saying they can't be seductive in that they can't take the initiative, but I don't think they can be held responsible for their pursuits. We can hold the adults for their pursuits and for responding back. But has anybody ever heard also that type of language that, oh, these young girls be seducing these men, these young boys be seducing? Have y'all heard that type of language before?
And I cussed the
Yeah.
people out that said it to me too. Because I remember being a 10-year-old girl walking down the street, minding my own damn business, and having grown ass, old ass men coming after me. I'm talking about old enough to be my damn grandfather. So miss me with the bullshit. I had no interest in nobody at that time. I wasn't seducing nothing. The only thing that was going against me at that point was my body was developing. That I had no choice in it developing the way that it was. So I don't tolerate that bullshit. Well, a child seduced me. No, you're a grown ass man, and it's always fucking predators that use that excuse that some damn child seduced them.
Yeah, like that's just an excuse and a deflection. Like, you have all of the responsibility as an adult. You have all of the responsibility.
And
you take
the control.
And the control, because you have all the responsibility. You have all the control. It is your job to get yourself out of that situation entirely. There is no such thing as the child seduced you. If that child has a mother, has parents, you could inform those parents about that child's behavior. You could inform the authorities. There are so many things you can do to protect yourself from someone pursuing you in a way that makes you uncomfortable, especially a young person. And if you care not to be caught up in that situation, you will have actually acted upon all of those opportunities and options you have to protect yourself from that young person. Like the fact that, you know, what's so funny about these people who will argue, oh, the young person seduced is, okay, let's entertain that for a minute. Now I want the adult who claims they were pursued relentlessly by the underage person to tell me what they did
to stop it,
to avoid, to stop that behavior. Then what they did to avoid it. Because if you can't tell me that you told the parents, you informed the community, you informed your colleagues, you informed the people who had visible access to the dynamics, to the situation involved, if there can be no motherfucking body who can corroborate the fact that you attempted to motherfucking cartwheel, to stop, drop, and roll your ass out of this situation, you made none of those provisions,
you weren't trying.
Oh, let's talk about what they're considering seduction in CTV. There was a recent case where a freaking grocery store had a class action lawsuit basically brought against them because their policy to make the employee smile was causing them safety issues. Because men assume that if you smile at them, you're flirting with them.
Yes.
So we're talking about grown-ass men that don't know the difference between somebody showing them a common courtesy and being flirted with.
And being enticed.
I think each woman on this panel could agree that smiling at a man has brought forth
Yes.
which is shocking.
Unwanted attention.
Unwanted attention. Where I feel that as working in a hospital, that even an old man, I cannot trust to be nice to him because it's going to go left. And
Shauna.
it has. I have so many examples of it going left from me exhibiting compassion and empathy. And that's wild.
Shauna,
yes,
I'm telling y'all, as a man who was raised up in men's community, had access to men's spaces then and now, men make women responsible for their orientation, for their horniness. And I'm talking about like literally do like if she wouldn't have worn she wouldn't have worn cleavage if she didn't want my attention.
Right.
She would not have worn a mini skirt if she didn't want my attention.
Right.
She would not have worn the form-fitting dress or jeans if she didn't want my men. Literally feel like they literally place all of the responsibility and everything y'all do. They use the way y'all dress, the way y'all aesthetically look, y'all socializations with men. They use all of that to justify the things they do in return.
Even if you're fully covered,
there's no onus on men at all in men's community as it relates to the treatment of women.
It's promoted that women are on this earth to strictly serve men. That is,
first and foremost.
It's taught in the Bible. I mean, we are here that is our purpose on this earth.
Not me,
to
child.
serve men, right? Serve men. So that's why when a woman is assaulted, it's her fault. But little do they know, and that's why we have to school our brothers that I work at a hospital where scrubs, not tight, not anything. I could glance over at a dude and I get unwanted attention. So just merely existing means that I am available to you. I didn't give a blanket to a patient and he threatened to sexually assault me. No lie.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Isn't that intense? I didn't give him a blanket. And I said, and he's like, do you want me? I didn't I give it to him, hand it to him. And I said, they're up at the desk. You can come and get it yourself. And he said to me, if I'm going to take it, I'm going to take it.
Wow.
I know.
And you will be.
And you would have took a hollow bullet to your ass.
You know, and it took me a minute. A very long minute to realize what actually transpired because that was so overt.
Yeah.
But boo boo, that's the patient you go get a handful of size 16 out. Now you put 2 large boards in you, sticking and missing.
And going back to Ruby Rose, that's exactly what they're doing. There was like a brief discourse of I follow a lot of people who are like-minded like me, so I just block people who aren't because I can't deal with that. But at some point, it would turn to well, why was Ruby Rose, a 14 to 17-year-old girl, hanging around all these grown men? Why was she in those rooms with them? What was her mother? Like I was 14 one time. I know what it felt like. I knew what I was doing. She knew what she was doing too.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't care. There's nothing a child can make me do. There's nothing a child can make me do.
But see, and this how y'all squash this. This how y'all squash this, right? I'm gonna tell y'all how y'all gag these niggas. Say it's so funny to me that y'all can find some way to justify that a kid made y'all bend and break. But y'all are the same people who like, but especially these men are the same people who believe that they can't get hit on enough by somebody of the same sex to be gay. They can't be complimented enough to end up same gender loving at the hands of a same gender compliment. They can't be pursued enough by the same sex enough to eventually become queer, but we'll argue these loopholes when it comes to opposite sex dynamics, even when it's illegal and criminal by nature. Because kids don't get criminalized for pursuing adults, but adults damn sure get criminalized for pursuing young people or for engaging young people.
But
here's what really made me
something else. Wait a minute, hold on one second. Let's add something else to the conversation that I either may have missed.
And I don't want to have this whole conversation here either, because that's going to be a separate show.
Yeah, no. Pertaining to this topic, I either didn't hear it or you all didn't. In terms of this teacher and what he's done, several things concern me. Number one, and I tried to share this with my friends who I'm staying with, you know, I'm seeing a lot of parents be more friends than setting forth them boundaries that our parents gave us. Number one, ain't no way in hell, I don't care if I was in elementary, high school, or middle school, where we would have been taking some braids out of a teacher's hair, male and female, because as children you do not be touching, especially on a man like that, because that's going to, if you don't know how he's going to take that and misconstrue that, and even the physiological response that he could get from that, that's just that's a no. And number two, the white pedos are going to use that as and use the shit that he's done and the shit he's purporting and putting out there as a platform to prop up all of the little legislation that they got that we're so worried about rap beefs we're not paying attention to, that they're lowering the age of consent for children and wanting to make children responsible for, like you all, the excuses that they're giving when they get caught and try to legalize pedophilia and shit. This is going to be one of those points that, see, you know, even the black brothers are with us on this shit. Look at, you know, it's just innocent love. Trust me, we do not need to be entering that space of that conversation with them fucktards. Period.
But I'm gonna tell y'all how they're probably going to further get into that psychology too, Sin, is what they're going to start doing is making it legal for kids and teenagers to do a whole lot of other things, like work at a younger age, have a work visa. They're going to, because if they can start creating the perception that young people are capable of being responsible and that they could be, that they can make informed decisions, they can create structure, they can sustain structure in their lives. That's how they're going to continue to filter in the lowering of the age situation. But they're going to have to legalize a lot of other non-sexual, non-marital things so that it can have a strong foundation to sit upon.
But that's what they're doing now.
And that's what they're already doing. Yeah.
But here's the other thing I was saying. Men are doing anything to cartwheel their way out of accountability. Because when you brought up the clothing issue, the same thing were being said in Muslim countries where women are fully covered from head to toe, that they were having the same experience. And they were demanding that these men start to raise kids and teach them that women aren't sex objects. Because they, even with them covered from head to toe, taking that imagery, all you can see are these women eyes, and they're still being sexualized because it has nothing to do about what you're wearing. It has to do with the degeneracy of the men. Because if you're a degenerate, you can have a woman in a habit. Because let's not act like nuns haven't been violated.
Nuns have been violated. Yes.
Everybody in the cousin has been violated.
I mean, mothers and sisters, you know, like it's been no limits. And I was finna say something perp. I was finna say women. It was something I was finna say. God damn it. It was right there too. But yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, like, men even use y'all resistance as a way to further their pursuits. Like, oh, the more she rejects me, the harder she is. She's playing hard. Like, there's literally no the toxic male mind literally leaves no room or no other, like, there's no way for the woman to escape responsibility. There's none. It's all in act to be pursued. It's all asking to be pursued. Then leave me alone. No, I don't want your number. No, I don't want to date. They take it as, oh, she's playing hard to get. No, nigga. She literally means leave her the fuck alone. That's not an invitation to rev the stakes up and to be more aggressive. Like, what are you doing?
There was even a coach on TikTok that went viral for telling men that when a woman tells you no, you don't have to accept her rejection.
See?
And the men would come out of the woodwork and was like, no, you do need to accept her no.
That part.
And he's telling you that he's a dating coach.
Yeah.
Teaching men that they don't have to accept a woman no. He's going to wind up having a lot of people put 6 feet under or in the jail.
He's setting them up for a rape charge because somebody
it's the R word, but we got it.
I'm sorry, that's right, for the R word. It's an essay. And they're gonna report and point back to this is where I got it from. But guess what? He's not gonna be the one on trial because you're gonna be the dumb one that went along with it and acted on it.
I want the entire men's community to be unearthed and disheveled. The entire thing at its foundation needs to be uprooted. It was the whole idea of masculinity was warped in imperialism and conquering and dominance and pillaging and territorialism and possessiveness. It's rooted in some of the worst toxic human traits there is. And so if we don't really deal with the issue of masculinity and the way that it's been perceived and defined and institutionalized and then socialized, I mean, we're all going to continue to be exploited and maligned and end up in the snare of this current patriarchal system. But matter of fact, so while I'm there, and this will be my last question, then we can wrap. And then I want to come back tomorrow and talk about what Dreaming sent me with Ruby. We can get into that conversation. But speaking of that, like, there are people who are arguing that, well, we still want patriarchy, but we just want a better patriarchy. Do y'all think there's a benign patriarchy? Like, I mean, like, that there's would y'all still want patriarchy, but just a refined version of it, if that makes sense?
It makes sense. And to answer your question, as long as there's a power imbalance, it'll breed those type of situations to keep reoccurring. Because at the end of the day, violation of women is about power. And exerting your power over somebody else, forcing your will upon somebody else.
But to that point, if we're calling it, can the word balance and patriarchy even coexist? Because patriarchy is absolutely not balanced.
Absolutely not, because there's always one on the pedestal and one beneath it. And as long as that power dynamic is that way, there's always going to be inevitably somebody getting impressed in that situation.
Yeah.
And I think personally as well, just real quick, I don't know how well versed I am to be able to speak more on a more collegiate level as far as this, because I'm not really versed in how to break down patriarchy and everything. But also looking in how I've always looked at the world, if I can make a perfect world, I think people who are, like you say, feminine and are more matriarchal in general, we've seen in our history how women have done more to progress the world because of our nature and everything. And anybody who falls up under the feminine threshold, I don't care if you're gay, bi, whatever situation is, if you're, because I feel like more people, the LGBTQ plus community, tend to be more feminine because of the fact they get to balance both worlds depending on where you are, your sexuality and everything. I think that being said, because of those things, we saw that those groups of people, these are the minorities that we tend to have more of a nurturing background to be able to progress the world, to not just care about ourselves. We're not just fighting for ourselves, versus patriarchy is fighting for himself. He's not fighting for the gay man. He's not fighting for the trans man. He's fighting for his heterosexual self. He's not fighting for his son. He's fighting for himself. He's fighting other men to stay at the top, no matter what that looks like for him. And as versus women and the LGBTQ plus community and everybody else on the feminine side, we're fighting for everyone.
Everybody. Yeah.
And until that is dismantled, we're going to constantly be having to sit here and pick up the pieces of what they break.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally agree. Totally agree.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
Because I did hear a lot of men say that they really want a matriarchy because women are more able to be versatile and to be more, they felt like they were better leaders than the men were.
I mean, clearly, but that's what's so weird about patriarchy is that, like, it's funny that even patriarchy wants to define the feminine as nurturing, kind, capable of cultivating life and sustaining life. Here it is, you have all these like humanitarian qualities and virtues attached to the feminine, even via patriarchal definition. But yet, even with patriarchy agreeing that the feminine is good, the feminine is soft, the feminine is wise, the feminine is intuitive, the feminine is loving, the feminine is virtuous, let's still pedestalize all these masculine qualities instead. Like, oh, so y'all didn't think the world first and foremost needed love.
Come on now.
First and foremost needed kindness. First and foremost needed systems resurrected that encouraged life, that evolved life, that protected life, that considered life. Like, oh, that was like some type of a luxury that hung on the back wagon of patriarchy. Like, and then we're sitting here wondering why the world is upside down as hell. Like, it had no choice but to be upside down as hell. We literally reversed the poles, and then now we're sitting here in the aftermath and the chaos of patriarchy, and now some men are saying, yeah, women, the feminine probably should have been
in charge of
head. probably should. We probably should have allowed them to lead.
They're literally sitting here gagging themselves about the fact that, dang, we might have really messed up for real, y'all. My bad. No, and it's like, I don't understand, like you said, how they're trying to tell us how to be feminine. What is feminine for us? Like you said, even I'm a victim. I'm even defining feminine as nurturing, whatever, because that's what I've been taught, and I'm not. I'm sorry. It's hard to undo those type of habits, but I really think it is entirely insane that the one man threw a stone, and ever since then we all been fucked.
We've all been fucked, baby. The ripple effect has been rippling like a mother.
I need her to chill out. I need her to reverse it something, because with, like, look at these laws.
But this was happening. This was happening, Dreaming, because we had a show a few weeks ago. I forgot what the name of the show was. Oh, we were we were talking about the brutal reality of patriarchy, even using I forgot the young woman's name, who she wasn't trans or anything. She just did a social experiment to live as a man for a year, and she could not. Her experience of patriarchy was so brutal as someone who tried to assimilate and live and present as a man and date and think and socialize like a man and all of that for a year, that she took her own life after the social experiment. And then I utilized that story to show men, because in that same conversation we read countless tragic statistics around men's health, and not like black men's health, men in the UK, white men's health, and how men are dying earlier, how men are suffering from loneliness. This loneliness is contributing to dementia and the development of Alzheimer's, and they're dying at earlier rates than their female counterparts, and how men's mental health is like collapsing, and most men are quiet about their struggles as a man because they live in a system where men are not allowed to like bring and have a voice and vocalize struggle, because as a man, you're supposed to be a solution to everything. You're supposed to know how to get you and your family and your loved ones out of anything. So you can't be incompetent. You can't be vulnerable. You can't be down. And these statistics and surveys was just so crazy to me. So what's happening now is patriarchy is coming to a head, and what's going to wake men up, I realize, is not us anymore. Like, of course, we're going to always be screaming and forging ahead and like hammering away at the pillars of patriarchy, like with Thor's hammer. But what's really going to get them is the fact that we can see in the data now that patriarchy is eating its own.
It's literally killing them.
Eating its own. Yep. It's eating its own. Men are going extinct. So it is going to come to it's going to hit an apocalyptic climax. And because men are so egotistical, men are going to have to be on like the literal brink of extinction before they finally wave the white flag. But they can count on the universe to bring them to that point. The universe is absolutely then going to bring them to that damn point if that's what it takes, because the data bears it out that's exactly where this is all headed.
It's already starting though, CTV, because
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's already here.
The chromosome is already degenerating.
See,
for men, and also
even on a molecular level, it's happening.
Also, there was a man on TED Talk that talked about that he unfriended 4 of his friends because he had spinal surgery. And he told them the day before he had the spinal surgery, hey, I'm going into surgery. And none of them checked on him. So he was like, I didn't say nothing to him. He was like, I just unfriended him. And do you know, the sick patriarchy came out, and there were men that were saying you did the right thing because they're not supporting you. And one dude was like, well, where you got to twist it as you think they owe you something. And other men were saying, yeah, they do owe him something. They're supposed to be friends.
Right.
And women too. Women, unfortunately, we have a lot of our women and other feminine people as well up under the umbrella who also play a part of this. And we can get rid of those little roaches as well. We'll be fine, because I can't get jiggy with the fact that patriarchy has us so wrapped up that we're literally doing it to each other. Like, the men aren't even doing nothing yet. The heterosexual men aren't even doing anything, and we're sitting doing it to each other. And I think we get rid of roaches, we're gonna be just fine.
I always call them, dreaming, the flying monkeys of patriarchy.
I don't like to call people monkeys because I include black people, and I just don't feel right calling black people.
I hate that word too, but you know, like that word is a buzzword in the narcissistic community. Like they call like the those who like assist in the narcissist bullshit and assist in helping them to sustain the system they've created of power. They call them like the flying monkeys, which can be like the unconscious ass relatives who are on like the wrong side of fucking history about everything, or the like it's just that's where I first learned of the flying monkey terminology. But we also call them the mammies and the pappies
That's what I like to
of the
call them.
community.
Bunch of mammies.
Like,
But I
girl.
love the Flying Monkeys CTV because it always made me think of the Wizard of Oz and seeing the
That's all.
Flying Monkeys in that movie. All this guy.
And we do. And I always tell people, like, but that is what the term, like, all skin folk and kinfolk came from. It was birthed out of this idea that you have Black people in whiteface within the community. They look like us, but they're not for us. They have assimilated and identified so deeply and profoundly with the system that they've become a detriment to the plight of the liberation of their own tribe. They've identified with dominant society, and to some of the coons of the community, in their mind, what their logic tells them is that basically, if you can't beat them, then the next best thing is to join them. So then these become the people who look like us, but they sell us out. The people who look like us, but ultimately do the bidding of the white capitalistic patriarchal matrix that we're all vacuumed and suctioned into. And it is unfortunate. And I actually find those people a little bit more dangerous than the pale people themselves, because the people that look like us have the ability to get within the actual house and to get to the actual table and to access the resources, the dialogue, the strategies, and can single-handedly sabotage a lot of the efforts that Black and brown people are making to collectively liberate. And so this is a time in our history to have a very watchful eye, to be very critical of people's language, to listen to the way in which they talk in order to understand what power and authority they're really yielding to intellectually, where their conversations lean. Like, it's really important to get like super critical, because these people, they know to assimilate to us as Black people too. Like, Black people know how to Black people and how to look like the culture and how to get jiggy with it, like Oprah did and Kamala did, and all these people who know how to come to the cookout when it's time to benefit, when it's time to utilize our vote. Yeah, and then they start talking the lingo, and all of a sudden they got hot sauce in their bag, and they want to pull up to the BET Award, saying like they know how to present in a way that seems favorable and inclusive and cultural, but once again, it's all for self-gain and it's ultimately for the benefit of the system. So yeah, I totally agree that the mammies and the pappies, the shoe shiners, the coons are just as dangerous.
Actually, they're more dangerous.
They're more dangerous, and we got enemies within the house and outside the house. You know, we got double the entendre.
And that's why it's important to know your history, because one of the things that made the Haitian Revolution so successful is they cleaned house before they did the revolution. So they got rid of those problematic people first, before they even was trying to attempt to do a revolution, because they were well aware of how anytime the dominant community wanted to do the most damage to any community, they pulled people from that community to do the damage. That's why you have stories like Consciouztv, stories like the reason why the quote unquote Nat Turner Rebellion was put down so quickly is because there was those among them that went back and told the dominant society. But he cleaned house before.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
and you know what he was? He was a minister at the time. They had him preaching. And then when he started really have the word getting into him, that's what turned him into a revolutionary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Turned into an Avenger at that part. Okay. Well, we're going to come back and talk about it. This was a great show. We're almost at the 4-hour mark. This conversation was everything. I ain't really think nobody was gonna pull up. I'm like, I've been doing these kind of like these type of like they kind of celebrity oriented shows, but then they go into all of this. I'm like, it's late. It's Friday night. Ain't nobody gonna be coming to talk about this black teacher. Child, please, y'all ass.
No, I had time.
Y'all had baby. Y'all had things to
Oh, I
say.
had time.
Yeah,
When you start
baby.
getting into the TikTok of the things,
Oh, that
that's
man
why
gonna
my
sue
favorite
out,
one
and he
is-
gonna sue our asses after this panel, baby. He gonna be sending all our asses paperwork after this panel, baby, because the way we
Baby,
got.
Dream ain't got no money. Call me
nothing,
K
leaves
Nasty, cause
nothing.
I ain't
Baby.
got it.
And he better spell my name right on them papers.
Oh, look at here. I miss Ryan to put the whole.
I love her. You better spell my name right.
I miss Ryan to put the whole channel on them airplane mode, baby. He wanted to be able to find none of us at all.
Baby,
Yeah.
unlike him, I know how to delete my digital footprint.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank y'all for joining me. This was amazing. I'm gonna do a Saturday show, so we'll be back probably a little earlier in the day to talk about Ruby Rose. I'm very interested in seeing what the conversations are going on around this interview. And y'all continue to send me stuff. Like y'all have ideas for shows. Of course, I can't do everything. I can't get to everybody, but just continue to send it to me. Like continue to send me shit. Email me stuff that y'all think will make for great conversation. So we can, we can do it here, and it may end up on the docket. So
Yes, TTV, real quick.
Mhm.
And I know something that I know you like to cover, and you've covered this before,
Yeah.
but recently on Twitter, and I can find it again. I just not tonight. I'm tired.
Mhm.
But this basketball players, I don't know what team, but they're for like a I think WNBA. Yeah, I think it's
Mhm.
WNBA. Three dark skinned women, obviously very tall because they're the basketball
Yeah.
players. One of the women, a lot of people are dragging her or trying to, especially the men, black men,
Mhm.
try and call her trans as an insult, obviously.
Wow.
And it kind of started that fire started that conversation of again, natural born women being treated, especially dark skinned natural born women
Yeah.
being used
Masculinized.
Yes. Why can't
Mhm.
I talk?
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look into the and it's the you said it's the WNBA.
Yes, I know her number. I just don't
Mhm.
remember what team it was for because it was kind of like a really quick clip. She was trying to do something.
Moesha says a fever, I think. Does it
I
sound
think
familiar,
so.
Fever?
I think so. It was like a
Okay.
blue and black jersey. She's number 15. It was two
W.
other women with her. Yeah.
Let me see. Fever criticize. Okay. I'll try to look it up too and see if I find anything going on. But yeah, just send it to me. I would love to.
I got
Let's do
you.
let's do all the things, honey. But I enjoyed y'all. Go get y'all some damn rest.
Thank
Go
you
shake
for
a
having
tail
us.
feather. Huh?
Thank you for having us.
Oh yes, I love
Thank
y'all,
you
and
so
thank
much.
y'all for
I'm
being
so
here.
happy.
Love y'all long time.
Oh, love you guys too.
I love y'all too.
That was a good one.
A good night, y'all. This was amazing. Like these past shows have been giving me life. Maybe because we've been talking about life. Okay, I love just the things we can do with celebrity gossip because it's not just like gossip, but it gets into like the things. So let's continue to do all that. Of course, we are going to always roast and gag and just have a good time. And I was, so funny. My weaves, I've been like wearing the middle part bust downs, and I like my hair to like close in because I'm able to structure my face a lot more. So I was considering adding these two little pieces I had, like just pinned in here. Because you see, look at how much more space it takes up, right? You see how that is open, and then just adding this piece right to the front, close it in just a little bit more, and then I'm able to like layer everything up, honey. I don't like my hair to be like on the side like this. I like my hair to close in because them layers, girl, they be layering because a bitch is always in some wind and things. So I love giving them layers, honey. Look, I'm a weevologist, bitch. Let me tell y'all something. When it comes to beauty and shit, bitch, I'm saying I be studying that shit, girl. I be studying bone structure, skin, the whole nine. Like I be really like figuring my I don't know about y'all. I really be like figuring my shit out, girl. Like I'm always studying like myself and like what makes things look like this, what makes things look like that, girl. I be getting into the minutia as my boy YB says. Tasha K ain't never got it, baby. She ain't never got it. Okay, the hair eats. I love it. Coils, curly pin. This is my summer hair, y'all. This that big what's our girl name? What's her name? Is it Swizzer? Scissor. This my summer scissor hair, honey. She nice and she soft. I got a reel coming up for this hair, so yeah. But I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm about to go shower, give me something to eat, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for Ruby Rose. Love y'all. Bye, Positive Queen on purpose. Good night, y'all. Oh, thumbs up, please. Share. Tell a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. And if you enjoyed yourself, show the King some love on PayPal and Cash App, spelled just like Consciouztv everywhere, honey. Follow me everywhere, honey. Bye.